Hello and welcome to Lore Dump. This is the show where we take someone who hasn't played a game or a game franchise and walk them through the full story. I'm your host. My name is Neil and I'm joined today by
Monty
and
Chase.
Very dry, troops. Very dry start to the day.
Your opening was very calm considering your topic today.
It's an incredibly relaxed start to April. Why would there be anything that should get us excited, get us hyped?
We have no idea what the state of the world will look like by the time this launches. We can only speculate. But one thing is certain. Whatever geopolitical conditions are afflicted on our great planet, one company will remain, one of the worst companies to exist, and the home of the most popular wrestling of the last 50 years, WWE. And today we are covering, folks, WWE 2K19, the long-requested topic, one of my special interests.
2019 season of WWE on TV.
Yeah, so 2K does indeed mean 2K the publisher.
It's not a basketball game.
So all the games since then have been 2K. 2K26 is coming out in a couple of months, couple of weeks. It will be out by the time this episode airs.
Oh, topical.
And is the first... Yeah, that wasn't intentional, by the way. I never planned that well. And actually will be the first one not to be backwards compatible on the PS4. So everyone's very excited about it.
So this is a little bit different from what we normally do. Normally we do proper games.
Yeah.
Hi, are you trying to say that this is not a proper game?
Proper games with proper stories.
Are you not putting proper respect on the WWE name?
Sorry, you're right. Don't know the WWE 2K name. So, yeah, this is my question about you. So, it's April 1st, and obviously it's a little bit of an April Fool's Day sort of style episode, which is a one-off so that you can dump about your big, stupid nerdism of wrestling. But isn't it more of like a April celebration day for the fans, seeing as they have all requested this, and unfortunately we've relented?
I think, unfortunately, the 20 or 30 of them that have asked for this will be pleased. I don't think we're going to make any money off it, but hey,
Yeah.
that's not what April 1st is all about.
That's not what this podcast
That's
is.
not what this is for sure.
This
Not what this
podcast is about
is
torturing our friends.
And does this have an actual story then?
So yes, this is. I'll explain in brief. I don't think we will ever cover a series, I think it's fair to say, that has as many entries as the various WWE and WWF games. They have been releasing annually at least since the 90s. The first game was published, WWF, in 1998. And as I say, almost annual releases since then by various developers. This is the final game by developer Yuke's. That's one of the two reasons that I picked this one in particular. So Yuke's headed up the most kind of beloved series of WWE games of the time, which was SmackDown versus Raw.
Right.
And
Yeah, I played that.
SmackDown versus Raw ran, I think, from 2006 up to 2011. And then it was replaced by 2K because of the publisher. That's why we also have, you see 2K in other sports games.
Like the basketball games.
The second reason I picked this one is that it is believed by a lot of people, just scanning some forums and looking through some old comments, that this game has the best story, the closest thing approaching a real story.
Okay.
Now, most of these games have a story mode, and initially I wanted to do something from my childhood, one of the 2K games. Oh my God. It is very hard to pitch one of those as a real story. And yes, they've got some of the fun people from our childhood in them that I can dump about.
Like The Undertaker.
Exactly, who's not in this.
Oh.
But,
Oh.
yeah, but he's retired by this point. So pretty much anyway. So this is something approaching a story is what I'm pitching for you today.
Does it have my boy Goldust in it?
No comment.
Oh, exciting. So for context listeners, I don't know anything about wrestling really aside from a couple of Super Eye Patch Wolf videos, which I think is why you've strayed away from some of the newer stuff, right? Because
No.
that's stuff that he's covered, so I would know a bit about. I don't know anything about 2019.
No, you'll recognize some faces.
Oh,
if
cool,
you're-
that's
if you're
exciting.
if you're a Super Eye Patch Wolf.
So the only WrestleMania I ever watched was, I believe it was the year that Brock Lesnar defeated The Undertaker.
WrestleMania 30.
It was Daniel Bryan, right? Yes.
Don't talk too much about that. But
Okay,
yeah.
sorry. So, sorry, is that going to be important? Okay. And I dressed
Not
up as
really.
Goldust for it because it was our work and we all had to dress up. So we had like a Mr. T. We had, unfortunately, we had a Hulk Hogan. Our supervisor at the time dressed up as Hulk Hogan. That was before he said some of his weird stuff. or at least it was more widely publicized. And I dressed up as Goldust. I bought a onesie, one of those tight kind of onesie outfits, and it was too short, so it cut to my fingernails all night, and it was incredibly uncomfortable. But it was a good night.
I have, on occasion over the years, forced you to watch quite a bit of wrestling when we've hung out. And I think I made the mistake I've made several times, which was to show you some of the greatest matches, which is like my idea of a greatest match, which is putting on a 45-minute banger from Japan. And in reality, that's not how you get someone into something. You show them short, fun bits with extremely fun characters that they associate with, and that's how you get someone into wrestling. I've learned that in years since. Chase, I want to come to you. How much do you know about the world of wrestling, or more specifically, WWE?
I watched the fuck is the summer thingy
SummerSlam?
last year. I watched that last year.
Did you? Oh, you're more up to date than I am.
Oh, I got invited to a party. I didn't know it was happening.
Oh, look at you. You got other friends.
Oh. Questionable, debatable. And I know the one time that the three of us went to wrestling, which was not WWE, it was local, but we went to a wrestling regardless to see one of our wrestler friends do a wrestle.
Yeah, you do.
And that is the extent of my knowledge.
Shout out KJ Mack.
Yeah, KJ Mack, friend of the pod. And I know that he listens to this, so hi, KJ Mack.
Yeah, and if the only person I want correcting me on any of the history I get wrong today is an actual qualified wrestler. So get in the comments, KJ. I don't want to hear shit from anyone else. So yeah, quick history lesson on the now WWE. Back in the 1950s, the United States was divided up into territories. With different promotions leading up the territories. It was a kind of gentleman's agreement, handshake and a whiskey. We will each control our own territories, the fans they're in, and we can share talent back and forth. Your big guy can come over and fight my big guy, etc., etc. One of these companies that wrestled under the National Wrestling Alliance was Capital Wrestling Corporation, CWC. Due to booking disputes, CWC left the NWA and became the Worldwide Wrestling Federation, WWF, in 1963.
Oh, 3 W's?
Yes,
Oh.
absolutely. In 1971, it was...
They were trying to get in on that internet hype.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In 1971, it was renamed the World Wrestling Federation, WWF. At this point, they lost a W. At this point, being run by history's greatest monster, Vince McMahon. We're not going to touch too much on Vince today.
Husband of the U.S. Secretary of Education.
Yes, correct. Yes, whose, I guess, policy is just, who needs it?
We're educating the kids correctly in wrestling.
Yeah. Yes, there are more problems with WWE than we are going to possibly touch on today. If you want my feelings on Vince McMahon, I suggest you go and listen to the Behind the Bastards series they did on him, which is a podcast where they look at history's greatest bastards. To give you some context on the life of Vince McMahon, he has the second longest series of Behind the Bastards in their long history.
Oh,
he had
wow.
like 6-hour-long episodes on him. For context, the only person who has more episodes is Henry Kissinger. So that's the kind of person we're dealing with here.
Is he still alive?
He is. He's
That's a
no
shame.
longer involved with the company. There is a currently ongoing case that is far too horrible for me to talk about 10 minutes into this video. He is no longer directly involved with the company.
Is he a character in this video game?
Thankfully, he's not. Which
Oh.
he was in charge at this point. In 2018, this game was released, and he was still the head of the company at that point, but he has been ousted since then. It is by no means a perfect place now. Where were we at? 1971, WWF. They rejoined and left the NWA again, and this is where Vince kind of played his move, which was to go against everything his father had set up, because he was also a horrible guy. He had to buy the company off his father, and he sort of did away with the idea of territories through brutal expansion, through new contracting of wrestlers, and effectively he turned American wrestling into a monopoly, which, you're absolutely right, due to a trademark dispute with the WWF, the World Wildlife Fund, was renamed in 2002 to World Wrestling Entertainment, WWE.
WWE, okay. Because I knew it during the WWF days. I didn't know anything that was going on, but that's when I was getting like action figures and SmackDown versus Raw.
It was a great period to be a kid, early 2000s. Fantastic. I didn't have a facility to watch it on TV at the time, I think. We didn't have Sky. I don't think I was able to watch it on TV, but I had one friend who had a whole bookshelf of like dodgy videotapes, like recorded videotapes of wrestling shows. So we would just watch pay-per-views every time I was over, and that was where it kind of started for me.
Get them straight from the Bears.
Oh yeah,
Straight from the Bears.
I was stealing from this company a long time ago, baby.
Get your bootleg wrestling.
So this is going to be a story that explores a year in the life of a wrestler, a created wrestler, a fictional wrestler.
Oh, okay.
That I have not created because this game is on PlayStation, and I have neither the time nor the facility to record an entire playthrough of this game. So we are going with the character and indeed choices made by a YouTuber who uploaded a long play of this. I'll shout out the full name later on, but Santos, thank you very much.
What's his character called?
The character is I think you'll see in the thing is called Santos, but the character is referred to by a name that you'll find out later. I'll just tell you now. The character is called Buzz for the majority of the game. Yes.
Okay. That's our wrestling name.
Ear.
Buzz. Okay, cool. No worries.
On a street corner, a man is putting up flyers for Friday's BCW show. He stops a young woman walking past. Tell your friends. Oh, I don't need a flyer, she replies. She goes to every show. Wait, she stops herself. Is that you? As in on the flyer. Facing Mr. CQ in the main event? No, I'm flattered, but that guy's a huge indie star. Why would he be out here flyering? Is this guy bothering you? Another man interjects. No, he's one of the wrestlers, the woman says. No, I'm not. Enjoy the show, though. The man sneers. This is the other man in the street. I thought wrestlers had money. Why would he be driving around in some crappy bug van?
That is the most player-created looking character I've ever seen.
I'm grateful for a rather generic-looking character for this. I know if we'd had our own way, it would have been a very distracting design.
We've gone for one of those Monster
Maxed
Factory
out sliders.
Yeah, huge chin, big
no
cheekbones.
no middle sliders allowed.
So the man sneers. I thought wrestlers had money. Why would he be driving around in some crappy bug van? See? The man agrees. Buzz agrees. More proof that I'm not who you think I am. Sure, replies the woman. You gotta check out this guy's highlights, she says to the guy who's just been bullying him on the street. You gotta check out this guy's highlights online. He's gonna be a huge star in WWE one day.
Hey, buddy, take it online, okay?
Thanks, that's nice of you to say. About the wrestler on this poster. She winks at him. I hope you beat Mr. CQ. I can't stand that guy.
Why is Buzz pretending he's not the thing that he is?
Good question. So I think we're meant to take from this that he's a bit embarrassed
About his career.
that the main event wrestler in this small indie promotion that he's a part of is having to flyer.
Ah, right. Okay, I see.
BCW are...
I am sorry, the fuck.
No, please.
Respect the flyering.
Yeah, 100%. It's
We've
the
all
hustle.
been at the
We've all
Edinburgh
been
Fringe.
Yeah. Absolutely. BCW are, of course, a fictional independent promotion.
What does it stand for?
I can't remember.
Big cock wrestling.
You're literally about to say the same. Stole the words from my mouth.
Yes.
So yeah, Big Cock Wrestling is, of course, a fictional indie promotion. Just to summarize, very high level, the landscape of American wrestling then was different from how it is now, to be fair. WWE are obviously the biggest game in town. They have a lot of the biggest talent. Yeah. Before this, their only other competition since the 90s had been TNA, Total Non-Stop Action, not Tits and Ass.
Upsetting.
I can see your face.
Tits and ass getting advertised by Big Cock.
Big Cock Wrestling. But TNA by this point are on a big downswing. But what you do have is countless hundreds of independent promotions, ranging from very, very tiny local promotions up to kind of pretty large, could draw in a couple of thousand people for a crowd, and can get quite big independent wrestlers on the show.
Neil, in the year of our Lord 2026, in reality, in the real life, not in fantasy, is there any other big companies outside of the Wii?
In the US, globally, absolutely. In the US, there is one competitor that was only just emerging at the time this game came out. You might have heard of AEW, All Elite Wrestling, which was founded by some of the biggest wrestlers to never wrestle full-time on WWE, combined with a couple of guys who had left WWE, a couple of whom are now back, actually, and they designed it as a place where they saw everyone had seen WWE move more towards entertainment, and they wanted somewhere that focused on wrestling and wrestling storylines. So AEW is never going to overthrow WWE. It's like Disney. It's always going to be the biggest, to my mind, it's always going to be the biggest show in town, no matter how much some of us wish it wasn't. But AEW is a fantastic alternative. I'm going to come on to some of the other ones globally, but in other countries, absolutely, WWE is not the most watched.
You can come on them later.
Big cock. A couple of days later, we see our protagonist get into the back of his bug van. Sure enough, it's got some branding on the side for a pest extermination, and the license plate says "Bugs Be Gone."
Don't know why that feels like another innuendo.
It's going to be a long day. The doors close, and the van begins to rock. When the doors open again, he's dressed up to fight.
Yeah!
He's topless, listeners, with fighting gloves for wrestling,
titties out,
big tall boots, and the only real bit of character about his outfit, it's a bit crap of outfit to be honest, is a red trousers with flames on them.
They're tights. Yeah,
tights.
I would
flames.
say for an indie wrestler, it's not a bad look at all. But yeah, it will change a couple of times throughout, but it sticks largely to this formula.
As our dear Santos SX07 unlocks new outfits in game, assumedly.
Not even. It's more just color palette changes. Like it will always be tights and boots. There are a couple of moments coming up.
You know, Santos knows what he likes.
Treat Buzz like a blank canvas for you to project your own shit personalities on.
Excuse you.
Excuse you.
I will take offense to that.
He's ready to fight.
He's a racist.
It's the night.
He's just an absolute monster.
I'm projecting
right?
Vince McMahon.
Yeah, it's Vince McMahon's son. It's Vince
You have
McMahon's
no
secret
idea
child.
how many actual storylines that were involved in that.
Secret children.
Yes,
Oh.
including, for anyone who remembers, Hornswoggle at one point was
don't know what that
Vince
is.
McMahon's secret son.
Isn't that a character from Labyrinth?
Possibly.
Fraggle Rock.
I'm already tired. In the venue, the night of the show, BCW producer Baron Blade, who's the gentleman on the left,
Right.
welcomes us. So he's the person in charge of BCW. He's the guy that put us on, basically, in this promotion. He introduces us to Matt Bloom, who's acting as a talent scout for WWE and is here to watch our opponent, Mr. CQ. So WWE have sent a talent scout down, which they do quite frequently, to scout out Mr. CQ to see if he'd be suitable to sign.
So he's not here for Buzz. He's like, I'm not here for you.
Matt Bloom. Who is Matt Bloom, I hear you ask, Chase?
He looks like a real man.
Who is Matt Bloom?
Well, Matt Bloom had a mid-card run in WWE in the late 90s, early 2000s as Prince Albert.
No.
Albert,
on the big cock?
A-Train, and in the 2010s, quite regrettably, Lord Tensai.
Oh dear. It's tribal tattoos. Can we go back to Prince
I like
Albert?
how they rip around his nipples.
Okay, so I have a question about this. I've always wondered about this. Jewelry in the ring feels dangerous.
Yeah, for the person wearing it. Yeah.
Are there
100%.
any rules about not wearing jewelry in the ring, or is that fine now?
I mean, there's no. It's a sport with rules to an extent, but it's all they all agree what's fine. I mean, I don't think you'd see this maybe so much nowadays. He wasn't a massive deal ever. He was a kind of lower mid carder. What have I
don't think he's anyone's favorite.
What
is
have I
he?
written here? Matt Bloom is currently a head trainer at the WWE Performance Center and has been accused of inappropriate behavior by a former colleague.
Jesus Christ. Do you have a litany of these as we go?
Is this going to be a running theme?
Yeah, this feels like a theme.
I would also like to go, if you go back to that first picture, seeing all those piercings on this man, you know for sure Prince Albert has a Prince Albert.
That is the joke. Yes.
You know he does.
Yes, that
Terrible.
was the quality of writing of the WWF at the time.
Of the wolf. Wolf went wee.
We compliment
Now it's woo.
Matt Bloom on his work on the Indies and in Japan back in the day. We say we've seen everything he's ever done, which is a fucking lie.
Dork.
Matt Bloom says hi and asks us why he heard that we were called Van Gogh. Baron Blade, our mentor, explains that because everywhere we go, our dad's old work van goes. He practically lives in it. Having mercilessly mocked us in front of the WWE agent, our protagonist tells Bloom, you should keep an eye out on me as well.
Sorry.
That's what you said.
Is Baron Blade our mentor? He's our, he's helping us.
He's the head of BCW.
Why is he undermining us in front of the talent coach?
Good question. It's not a great moment. It is quite I wouldn't say it's out of character, but it is a bit odd. He is very much in your corner. But yeah, he does go, this loser lives in his dead dad's old van.
Also, listeners, with the picture that Neil has on screen right now, there is a wrestler in the background of this shot, like training or warming up, and he looks like the Riddler. He looks like Edward
about
Nigma.
To see him close up.
Amazing.
Our protagonist tells Matt Bloom, you should keep an eye out on me as well as Mr. CQ. We speak to Mr. CQ.
He's Mr. CQ. The Riddler is Mr. CQ. Okay. Is he a real wrestler?
No. Mr. CQ has big Sharpay and Ryan energy. I've written here.
You know, with that hat and collar, I get it.
Meaning that he is the true hero of the story. Got you. Okay.
He tells us, slow our roll, Greenie. Tonight's my big chance to get signed to NXT. So don't do anything to screw it up.
But he's the one wearing green.
Does he snap as he walks out?
He could do. If the animation quality in these cutscenes was better, he could do. Now, I mentioned he wanted to get signed by NXT then. We need to do a brief sidebar to discuss the three main brands of WWE. First, we have NXT. NXT initially came out of a terrible reality show that they did in the 2010s. Since then, it has acted as the first step up from the development center. Effectively, any new talent that you are debuting on TV, or perhaps like indie stars that aren't quite big enough to go straight to one of the main brands, they go in WWE. As a result, it has always had slightly different creative and tends to produce really, really good matches over the years. Because you'll get some real dream matches between like young people and indie stars. And there was a long period of time which people remember fondly as NXT Gold, when the branding was all gold, around 2019, when they were like consistently putting out better content weekly than all the other shows on for this company. So that's NXT. Tends to be the first stop. SmackDown, one you will have heard of. SmackDown is technically the B show in a lot of ways. It's their weekly show. It's been running forever. It's been running for more than 25 years. And it tends to be slightly more of a focus on the technical wrestling. You sometimes find that you'll get more of a focus on the actual wrestling in SmackDown.
Right, okay. Less on like goofy characters.
I wouldn't even say that so much. They don't always have the top star there. The top star has traditionally been at the other one we're about to come on to. So sometimes it doesn't get pitched as like box office. Okay. But often kind of goes as like lots of sleeper hits. And then, of course, the flagship brand, Monday Night Raw.
They're taking it raw.
BCW are taking it raw, yes.
So Raw's kind of like the violent one, is it?
No, that was part of the branding that came out of the 90s when they were going through something called Attitude Era, when everything was going to be, it was Raw is War, was the thing at the time. Do you get it? And yes, that was the pitch at the time. We're so edgy and badass and violent. It's just kept that name because it's famous. Raw is kind of where your traditionally it would have been where your absolute top stars would have been. There would have been a couple on SmackDown as well to balance it out, but the focus was always on Raw.
It's the worst logo of the three.
Yeah, agreed. SmackDown's very good. I've always liked the white and blue.
It's clean.
No, it's dirty. They're getting down dirty. They're wrestling. Wrestling.
All Mr. CQ knows is that he'll be standing in the Performance Center in Orlando, and you can continue on in the high school gyms.
Ugh, what a prick.
So, yeah. I would like us to take a moment for Chase to make a decision on our behalf. Now, every wrestler has their own moveset, right? The way they wrestle, the moves they do.
Of course.
Now, obviously, there's always crossover. Most people throw a punch. A lot of people will throw a DDT in there. I want you to decide what Buzz's finishing move is going to be.
Ooh.
It's one of those ones. He's up on the ropes. Picture. Climbs up. He sees his guy, slaps his thighs, big old thigh slap, and then he leaps, legs spread in the air, legs wrap around the guy's head, slams him down, big cock to face. One little hump, and he's down.
I think we call that the crotch tango.
Let's do it. The crotch tango.
Please. Yes.
Excellent work,
I was thinking more like cock barrage, but you know.
Oh, I like cock barrage way better.
Just gonna hit him with the cock barrage.
Cock barrage.
Sounds so violent.
We've said cock so much this episode.
Thank you to our dear Patreon.
Yes.
for.
We head out to the ring. You're unfortunately not going to see a ton of gameplay because it all looks like
What do
this.
you mean you're
'cause
not
it's
going
a
to have
sports
hand
game.
animated by Cock Barrage?
Oh my
It's a
god,
sports
Chase,
game.
he's doing the cock barrage.
He's about to do the cock barrage.
I do love that. I said that, and then immediately the next image is the start of the Cock
We're
Barrage.
on the middle. We're on the middle rope. Anyone listening along in this, and Mr. CQ's on the ground.
No. The Cock Barrage is always from the high rope, though.
Yeah, top rope. Top rope.
Top
We
rope.
call that. Yeah, top rope. So we head out, and in front of a small local crowd, we beat Mr. CQ.
Mr. Cole Quinn.
Mr. Cole Quinn, correct. That is, you've spotted on screen, his full name is Cole Quinn. Coming back through the curtains, CQ announces that he nailed that. He's going to get a condo on the beach after this. Orlando, here I come.
But we beat him.
Okay, yeah, you've raised an important point, which is that
That we beat him.
this storyline kind of seeks to pull back the curtain on backstage of the wrestling world.
Got you.
However, it doesn't address the fact that the outcome of wrestling matches is predetermined. We are to assume that these are real contests we are seeing throughout.
Gotcha.
Even on TV, they are.
Correct. However, I think Mr. CQ thinks that he's just looked so good out there that they're bound to pick him. And he says, I'm going to the beach after this. Orlando, here I come. There is no beach in Orlando, corrects Baron Blade. Well, I'll be sure to furnish my condo with wall-to-wall sand.
His house will just fall down.
Why would you want that? It's
Is
coarse
he in
and
this a
dry.
lot?
It's everywhere.
Matt Bloom tells Mr. CQ to slow down. For a start, he's not a fan of this Mr. CQ character. You need to come up with something different. It's not really a character, says CQ, but sure, I'll come up with something once I get to NXT.
I'll get you next time, Batman.
Full disclosure, says Bloom, I don't think you'll be going to NXT. Not anytime soon. I was more impressed with your opponent over here. So I've decided to offer him a tryout match at an upcoming WWE event.
Yay.
I've been doing this a while now, and I know talent when I see it.
Thanks, Matt Bloom. You know, he seems like such a good guy.
You know who he's giving? He's giving a beefier version of the record producer from Alvin and the Chipmunks,
That's such a
who
deep
picks
cut.
up the Chipmunks.
We thank him and leave.
I think his name is Matt Steele. This is Matt Bloom.
We thank him and he leaves. CQ rounds on us. I told you not to ruin this for me, and look what happened. All I did was give my all, says our protagonist. It's not my fault if he saw more potential in me. Potential? Snaps back CQ. Or was it your boy Baron here putting you over? I always knew he was your favorite, but I didn't think it would cost me a contract with WWE. Baron insists that this was all Bloom's decision. Baron is this guy's reminder.
Good scrub lord.
Baron insists this was all Bloom's decision. After all, do you think he wants to lose both of his top guys to WWE? That's a good, these are the two stars on his promotion. And he was just faced with losing them both. Which is a big problem. WWE has often gutted entire markets of their talent by signing them and not really doing much with them. And do you think, says CQ, that we want to stay here wrestling in front of a few hundred people for crap money? Baron asks, if CQ left, who would design the title belts? CQ's been doing all of the design work.
Oh,
He
that's
says
actually
he
quite
only
nice.
designs the belts for extra money. The pay is so bad that the golden boy here has to sleep in his van. I only live in it when times are tough, which is most of the time.
Oh. This is an underdog story then, is it? Like working class schmuck rising through the ranks?
Yeah, he's sleeping in a fucking van, mate.
Yeah, I love it.
Our protagonist insists this will be good for all of us. Baron agrees. A rising boat lifts all tides. It's the other way round, we correct. Baron asks them for a classic BCW handshake to make up, but CQ leaves.
You didn't want the big cock handshake? The fuck?
We do the handshake with Baron. Just
Wait,
a
hold
one-on-one.
on. So he puts his hand out and he goes
For a three-way.
"Oh."
For a
Oh,
three-way
handshake.
And then
right.
CQ goes, no, I don't want any part of that. And we go, it's okay, we will.
Yeah, that's okay.
Yeah.
You know? You can leave at any time during a three-way.
CQ's just got a small cock.
Dear me. It's time to head to Monday Night Raw for our tryout match. So these would typically be done before the actual show starts filming. Standing in a currently empty arena, the production crew are setting up for Monday Night Raw, the flagship show. This is way bigger than a high school gym. All that matters, says Baron, is the ring is the same size. Right.
You know, I've always wondered, where the transition point happens from, because wrestling in school, the actual sport of wrestling,
Yes.
Fucking nothing like this.
No.
Not even remotely anything like this. Where do you make that transition?
There is no connection. There is no transition.
It's a good question for friend of the pod.
They are totally different sports. People, one is a sport. The other one is pro wrestling. They're not connected. There are several very prominent combat athletes from MMA and the world of wrestling, amateur wrestling, Olympian wrestling, who have moved over, but it's not the pipeline. You start as a pro wrestler and work your way through the indies of pro wrestling.
I see.
So, like, it totally sounds like, especially the names are so confused. The Olympic sport is called amateur or freestyle wrestling, and the fictional version is called professional wrestling. It's very confusing.
We're at the Olympics doing amateur sport.
Yeah, for sure. There's a very famous example who is featured in this episode who did do what you've described, but he is more of an exception.
I see.
Yeah.
Well, it's way bigger than a high school gym.
Yes, and Matt Bloom tells us all that matters is the ring is the same size. Right, we say, but I'm assuming their ring isn't covered in rust and mysterious stains like ours. Let's go and meet Triple H. Play it cool. You wouldn't want to recite his entire career back to him like you did with Bloom, you fucking loser.
Sorry, I just want to rewind to the fact that Big Cock Wrestling has an arena with mysterious stains on it. I just don't want to forget that note.
The Big Cock Arena.
Yeah.
The COO of WWE, Triple H, is standing observing the ring being set up.
Is he a real life asshole or is he nice?
A bit, yeah.
Is he? Oh,
a bit of an asshole. He's not Vince, but he's there's plenty of stories about him. Our protagonist has been told not to recite Triple H's whole career back at him, but we can.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Where do we start with Triple H? Real name Paul Levesque, debuted in 1992 under the name Terra Rising.
No.
Oh, yeah.
He's got big Rapunzel golden locks.
This is giving cover of a grocery store romance novel.
Yeah.
In the best ways.
I expect to see him riding a horse or a unicorn, specifically a unicorn.
I could see him in a kilt, big claymore.
Just to remind you,
of course no shirt.
That name is 2 words, Terra Rising, with a Z. Yeah, a lot of people forget about this period of the career. They remember the next part, but
I bet
not
Triple H
Terra
sure
Rising.
wishes people would forget about this part of his career.
He moved to WCW. Now, in the 90s, that was real competition for WWE. They were frequently beating him in the ratings, and it led to something called the Monday Night Wars, where both shows were on at the same time and were directly competing for ratings.
Competing with weak cock wrestling.
Yes, it's all cocks.
I mean,
Chase is just gesturing to the picture of Terra Rising.
Paul left for WCW, initially debuting as the snooty aristocrat Jean-Paul Levesque.
No!
Oh no!
This is real!
Oh no!
Oh
no!
He spoke with a terrible English accent and would sort of wave a handkerchief around the ring.
Do you think we will get sued by Triple H for bringing this up?
No. This is in the game. He's in some of the games with this as a kind of alternative.
That's fun.
So he took this character to WWF at the time, and the name was changed to Hunter Hearst Helmsley, still snooty. So real name, Paul, became Terra Rising, became Jean-Paul Levesque, became Hunter Hearst Helmsley, who eventually that was shortened to Triple H.
So Triple H stands for
Hunter Hearst Helmsley.
Helmsley.
Which is the snooty character's name. However, he hasn't been that for a long, long time. He was kind of soon rebranded and ended up a kind of upper mid-card wrestler for some of his career in WWE before joining a faction. We've done a WWF's... A faction with one of WWF's top stars of the time, the Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels. Along with him, China, X-Pac, and the New Age Outlaws, the group would be known as DX and would become one of the most talked about factions in the history of wrestling. And certainly of the Attitude Era, which was the WWE's most revered period for a long time. They stood for D-Generation X, and they were rude, lewd, and said all the things you weren't allowed to say on network television. They did things like they invaded WCW, like legitimately, like they pulled up in a tank outside a WCW live event. Yeah. They would like try and get their cocks out on TV. They would be sexually inappropriate. They would like... it was a kind of signal of a move to a new era. And this really raised Triple H's stock. That's Shawn Michaels there, who was in the mid-90s, the sort of one of the two biggest stars alongside Bret Hart. And as I say, Triple H's stock shot up after this.
Shawn Michaels looks like he would sell lunchboxes. Triple H looks like he needs to hurry up and grow that beard. You know how some men need a beard?
100%.
I don't like.
After the breakup of the first iteration of DX, Triple H would go on to be one of the defining heels of his time.
That's much better.
You know
That's
what,
the look I know.
You know what a heel means?
The baddie.
The baddie.
That's
faces
John
to
Cena for
goodie.
5 minutes.
Yes, for 5 minutes, correct. We've just had John Cena's retirement for anyone listening along. He's not long retired. Anyway,
He had his last moment heel turn just before.
Triple H would go on to be one of the defining heels of the time. Ruthless and calculating, the cerebral assassin was as comfortable hitting you with a sledgehammer as he was denying young talent the chance to progress in their careers.
I appreciate all the subtle digs. Wait, is he good? I don't think I've ever seen Triple H actually wrestle.
Triple H was a pretty good in-ring worker. He could throw and take a good punch. He wasn't spectacular. He was what's known by a lot of people as a ring general. You could get in there with a bunch of people and he could really direct the flow of what was happening.
Cool.
He wasn't an extremely athletic, gifted sort of performer like Shawn Michaels, who was all heart and performance. Triple H was a mean bugger. As for all the politicking his character was doing on screen, behind the scenes he was doing a lot more. He married, not for political reasons, I'm not accusing them of that, lawyers. He married Stephanie McMahon, daughter of Vince McMahon, and has since been working his way up the corporate ladder as well as the on-screen ladder, to the point he is now on-screen and real-life COO of WWE. Baron introduces us...
Wait, tell me, which is more important for a professional wrestler? Is it actual wrestling ability, or is it the ability to come up with a character and play a character?
Character, probably.
Okay.
So, like, there are a lot of fans who will value wrestling ability more. The company is going to value character because, you know, A, that's how you connect with people, and B, you're going to sell merchandise and you're going to sell tickets. So the cheat answer is you need a bit of both. You need, ideally, the best of the best are going to have the character people connect with, the heart, the soul, that indefinable X factor, and all of the athletic ability. But, you know, not a lot of people can have all of that. So
Some of them married the daughter of the CEO.
that's my co-host said that.
Please don't sue us, Triple H.
Baron introduces us to the Game. That's another one of his nicknames. He's been known as many names over the years. The Cerebral Assassin, the King of Kings, the Game.
The game. Time to play the game.
Yeah, correct. Awesome Motorhead theme songs. A couple of different ones, actually. He's had 3 different Motorhead songs because he was pals with the band. Yeah, we get introduced to him. I'm going to try and do a Triple H voice, and anyone who knows what he sounds like, this is going to hurt. Nice to meet you. Baron trained you? I'll try not to hold that against him, Baron. Triple H says surviving in WWE is all about adversity. So we're going to fight the toughest guy in the roster tonight. The monster among men, Braun Strowman. Go introduce yourself. He won't hurt you, at least until your match. That's actually, I'm starting to sound more like Braun Strowman. So this is Braun Strowman, Chase.
Braun Strowman's muscles
I
have
recognize
muscles.
that name.
Yeah. So Braun Strowman is real life. He's about, 6'10", weighs about 400 pounds. He's a scary prospect. And we need to fight him in our tryout match. We go over to introduce ourselves. Hey, we're going to be fighting you tonight. I think I'm your opponent. You mean victim? Says Baron. Immediately following it up with, how do you want to die tonight? How do you want to get these hands?
Are the cameras around for promo shots, or is this just what he's like backstage?
This is, I suppose, we're just to assume this is what he's like all the time.
Does the video game play to assume that these are not actors playing characters, that it's just what they are?
It's one and the same.
Great.
For the most part, yeah.
Later after the match, Braun's like reading poetry in the corner, like, hey man, really good show tonight.
We have a choice of match, he says. We can fight him in a normal match, a Falls Count Anywhere match, or a tables match. Whatever we pick, Braun laughs and says he can't believe we thought we would get to choose. We do what the monster wants to do. It'll be a steel cage match. That way you can't run from me. Great, Buzz says to himself. That was my second choice. Here we are fighting Braun in the steel cage. We put in a grueling performance. I think he just about wins in every possibility.
I love that the
Strowman,
objective
that is.
here at the top left of the screen is just don't leave the cage.
Yes, yeah. So a steel cage match, usually there's a couple of ways to win. You can pin or submit, or you can try and escape over the cage. And if you manage that, you win.
Right.
That's a coward's way out.
Yeah, 100%. So we put on a brave showing. And after a grueling match, we are icing our shoulder backstage, and Baron Blade is complimenting our performance. I feel like I've been hit by a beardy truck, says Buzz. Was it good enough for them to sign me now? I don't know, says Baron. But whatever happens, you'll always have a home in BCW.
Please come back.
Yeah.
You don't have to leave your big cock. They're going to put you on steroids, then you'll lose your big cock.
Oh.
Officially, the WWE does not condone the use of steroids and denies any irregular use of steroids by its talent. Triple
Also,
H
this show
arrives.
is sponsored by WWE.
Triple H arrives. Hey, I saw a lot of positive. Can't do this whole thing. I saw a lot of positive things from you tonight. You didn't seem intimidated by the bigger stage or by being locked in a cage with a monster. So, with that being said, we'd like to offer you an NXT contract. We say that we would shake his hand, but we think that 3 of our fingers might be dislocated. Baron can't believe it. He'll be sad to see one of his top guys go. But it's time to celebrate. Don't worry about old big cock wrestling. We'll try and get you on a big farewell match. Buzz says he couldn't have done any of this without Baron. And they have a little hug.
Aww.
Outside the venue, a fan with a camcorder corners us. Was tonight just a one-time thing? Well, actually, says Buzz, I was just offered an NXT contract. Can't wait to get started. You should actually just skip NXT and go straight to the main roster.
That's not how that works. Fan.
Actually, you know what, says our protagonist, and he addresses the camera. Hey, Triple H, you say you listen to your audience? Well, the audience is saying I'm good enough to go straight to the main roster. Ooh. Which actually I think I proved tonight by going toe-to-toe with Braun Strowman in a steel cage match and not backing down. Suddenly, from behind, a masked attacker strikes. We are beaten to the ground. He's dressed all in black with a kind of khaki zipper top and a scary red mask.
He looks like he's wearing like a Venom mask, but the mask is red.
We're beaten to the ground. The figure, face covered, retreats into the shadow. Later, Triple H, Matt Bloom, Baron, and Buzz are standing around watching the footage on Triple H's phone.
Triple H's like, what the fuck?
Yeah, literally. Baron's got his head in his hands. Less than 24 hours after we offer you the opportunity of a lifetime, you get into a fight with a fan outside a WWE event and there's video? I'd really love to hear an explanation for this. We explain that the fan attacked us first. But Triple H says all they can see is footage of us fighting with a member of the WWE Universe. That's what they call their fans. And that's not good. Yeah, it's gross. It's so fucking corporate. You need to understand this isn't some rinky-dink independent organization running shows at the Elks Lodge. This is a global company. We can't have our WWE superstars getting into fights with fans. It won't be tolerated. On top of that, you were bashing NXT, saying you were going straight to the main roster. Who the hell do you think you are? I mean, I was just having fun with the fans. I was just about to say that I'd be happy to go to NXT when he attacked. Oh, I bet. This is what I get for trying to do business with one of your guys, Baron. Baron asks if Triple H can't just fine us or something, but he says no, because we're not on the active roster or under contract yet. He's rescinding the offer. Leave the building or I'll have you escorted out. Triple H tells Bloom never to bring in one of his guys again. This is on him too. Buzz screams in frustration. Baron tells us it's not our fault, but he's sure we'll figure something out. Part 2. Baron knocks on the doors of the bug van. Wakey, wakey, Jake the Snakey. He can't wait to give us the good news. After the contract news hit the internet, the fan fight video has gone viral. It has over 2 million views. So a whole lot of people have watched me throw my career away. Controversy creates cash, baby. You're the hottest thing on the indie scene. Demand is high, and your rate is skyrocketing.
Why is he giving what's his name from Alan Wake?
Barry Wheeler. I was just about to ask, is Baron supposed to give off Barry Wheeler energy?
That might just be me through osmosis. I've picked too much.
Please give him the New York accent.
Nobody move.
Demand is high, and your rate is skyrocketing. Yes!
I don't know if I could deal with that for a whole episode.
Oh, no, we're going to.
We can turn chicken crap into chicken salad. We're going to stick it to WWE and Triple H. You'll be way bigger than you thought you could be over there.
Oh, that's so good.
Oh, gorgeous.
At a parking lot, the BCW ring is set up. Outside,
The big cock ring?
Buzz is confused.
The cock ring.
Baron welcomes us to the new reality of BCW. Because of your hype, we sold out our usual allotment of tickets. But since he's such an entrepreneur, Baron has pulled strings with the school principal, allowing for us to move the show outside, doubling the capacity.
Wait, I'm sorry, is big cock actually in high school?
It is in high school gyms, yeah.
Oh, no!
That's quite common for small local promotions, yeah.
I do
in
quite
the
like
States.
the idea, and I know it's not where it's going to go, but I do quite like the idea that the WWE video game has almost tricked us into thinking this is all going to be meeting some cameos and fighting The Undertaker. But in reality, by chapter 2, you're just back home fighting nobodies in a
car
high school
park,
ring.
yeah.
For the whole game, I'd play that.
Nobody's. Mr. CQ didn't get signed either.
Oh,
all right?
sorry, okay.
But that's not
So nobody's.
all. These are our protagonists. But that's not all. We now have cameras, and BCW will be live streaming for the first time around the world on pay-per-view. This is where we get the name Buzz, by the way, because it's internet buzz, basically.
Ah, okay.
It's all turning into chicken salad, my friend. We are in a Falls Count Anywhere match against Cole Quinn tonight. Falls Count Anywhere, in case you didn't just pick it up, means... firstly, there's no disqualification. Usually you can be very violent and hit each other with weapons. And also, you can pin someone outside the ring. So, like, you could fight up the ramp or get put through the announce table and get pinned right there on the spot. Buzz wants to chat with CQ before the show. Dressed in an all-new attire, an all-black bodysuit, Cole waits for us by the ring. There he is, the man who drowned in his own rising tide, come back to apologize to me for stealing my shot at WWE and immediately throwing it away. Buzz isn't apologizing, but we should try to respect each other. Cole only wants to introduce us to his new character tonight. He's calling... Oh, you're going to have a fucking field day with this. He's calling himself Black Hole Cole. Yes! Because... I have an energy so intense, nothing can escape it.
Oh, I don't want to escape it.
I have no words. I can't. No, continue.
Suck me in, black hole.
Buzz sighs. Oh, what? You don't like it? Not a fan of masks these days? Buzz points out how interesting it is that he was attacked by a man in a mask, and now CQ has started wearing one. Sorry, I should call him Cole now. Not to mention Cole has started wearing one. Also, Cole had all the motive in the world. Cole jokes that maybe it was me. And when Buzz rounds on him, he immediately backs down. It wasn't me. It wasn't me. I had a match 300 miles away. You could check yourself. But I could have hired someone to... A joke. It's a joke.
I don't think it's Cole. I think it's... oh my God, what's her manager name?
Barry Wheeler.
Baron Blade.
Baron Blade. I think it was Baron Blade to try and set up some hype or to try and get him to come back home to BCW.
Fair assumption. After a brutal Falls Count Anywhere match with Cole and Buzz at one point smashing through the Bug Van's windshield, Baron compliments them backstage. Pay-per-view buys were off the charts. You can both expect tidy bonuses. I'll hand-deliver yours as, last time I checked, you can't send post to a van.
You need to calm this down,
I
Baron
know,
Blade.
I know.
Classist wank.
Do you know what? After the match, Cole and Buzz compliment each other on a hard-fought bout. Cole apologizes for the windshield. Baron says he'll pay for it. Cole says Buzz is a lot tougher than he thought, and he understands why he's starting to be called Buzz now. The boys share a handshake.
A big cock handshake?
Just a regular one, I think.
Oh, okay.
Baron says not to get too friendly.
Would you like to describe to me how the big cock handshakes
The big
differentiate?
cock handshake, if I remember rightly, is you both, or all three of you,
You
start...
spit on it.
Do you want me to describe it? You both start up here.
Right?
I'm holding my hand up, kind of head height, and you slam your hands down into each other a couple of times.
Oh, you just keep slamming each other?
And then you kind of back and forth hand slap and a pull back. I think it's something like that.
Please tell me you're not joking.
I'll show you later.
Oh, keep slamming into each other, slap each other around a little bit, and then pull out.
Oh. Okay. Baron says, don't get too friendly. After all, Cole and Buzz will be fighting each other soon in a brutal rematch. He just has to build something in the meantime. He says an up-and-coming Japanese promotion have asked Cole to go over for a match, although they have requested that he not be Black Cole Hole, just normal Cole Quinn.
Please.
Would you say that Japanese wrestling is probably second in the world to WWE?
I'm so glad you asked, because I have an honest-to-God dry description of wrestling
Fantastic,
coming
great.
up here. Buzz, on the other hand, is heading down across the border to Mexico for a match against the hottest new luchador, El Mago. They do the proper BCW handshake. And they go their separate ways. Just for 1 week. So, Japanese wrestling and Mexican wrestling.
Yes.
I can't possibly summarize these things in a couple of sentences, but I will try my best. The legacy of Japanese wrestling goes back to the 50s, with the country regularly being home to some of the biggest promotions in the world. AJPW, All Japan Pro Wrestling, Stardom, DDT, and of course, the king of the modern era, New Japan Pro Wrestling. In answer to your question, most Japanese fans are going to be watching Stardom or New Japan. They're not going to be watching WWE. Of course, there are plenty. WWE goes on tours to Japan, but these companies are huge. Japanese wrestling is characterized by intense physicality and technicality, physical storytelling combined with stiff or strong strikes, resulting in a realistic, longer, and often brutal matches. Over the decades, the country has produced some of the most admired wrestlers of their ages: Antonio Inoki, Jushin Thunder Liger, Bull Nakano, Kenta Kobashi, Tanahashi, and Okada.
Okada's one I think you've told me about before, but I don't know more about him.
I think we might meet Okada one day in a Yakuza, from what I know. That's all I know.
Okay.
No comment.
But I mean, to give you a perspective, like Kazuchika Okada and his predecessor Tanahashi were like pretty widely considered to be the greatest wrestlers on the planet at the time they were at their peaks.
Do you know if WWE have tried to scoop them up?
Some wrestlers have made the jump. We will come on to one later on this game. A couple have, but it is not such a thing. It's not such a common thing. It's becoming more and more common. But Okada now wrestles for AEW. He didn't go to WWE. He went to AEW.
Cool.
Which was a big deal. And Tanahashi retired this year. Mexico's tradition of professional wrestling, or lucha libre, goes back even further, with promotions like AAA and CMLL carrying the baton into the 21st century. Lucha libre is recognizable from its explosive characters, usually in distinctive masks, with quick transitional holds and extremely entertaining high-flying action. The mask is an almost sacred item in lucha libre, and when a luchador is unmasked, they can never wrestle as that character again. Some of the most influential luchadors include El Santo, Blue Demon, La Parca, Rey Mysterio, and Mystico. Off we go!
I like Rey Mysterio because he flies around a lot, doesn't he?
That's it.
He leaps around.
He's sort of the generation-defining luchador of his time. But yeah, very, very high-flying, about a foot shorter than anyone else he was in the ring with, but, still totally captivating. Buzz and Baron drive down south in the van. Baron has slept most of the time. They need a shower, but neither knows the word in Spanish. Out the window, Buzz swears he just caught a glimpse of the red-masked man who attacked him, but he loses sight of him in a crowd.
Oh, he's totally just making us paranoid. He's our baddie.
No, it's Buzz who sees it.
Oh, Buzz sees it, sorry. Okay.
Baron's like, you're okay, it's been a long drive, you might be tired.
Oh, okay.
But we see it as well, to be fair. We see, like, the back of the mask going into our crowd. Later, at the show, Buzz is ready to fight El Mago, the local favorite. So here we are in Mexico.
That looks lovely.
They have a fun match, but towards the end of the match, the masked man... Oh, there's the match. The masked man rushes the ring.
No!
But is quickly escorted out by security.
Oh,
Good. Okay.
Does he get a lick in?
Yeah, I think
Does
we
he?
get a punch in.
Does he lick our guy?
Nope.
Does he lick Buzz?
No.
Backstage, security have him not quite tied to a chair, but like on a chair. Nice. Buzz confronts the man, saying he will never let him ruin his career again. He pulls the mask off, and underneath is a local fan
Oh.
who apologizes in Spanish, saying he'll never do it again. It's a copycat.
Oh.
They let him go. He asked for an autograph. and Buzz signs the thing and is like, it's actually a choice you can make, but thankfully our Let's Player chose the correct choice. And he writes like, please never do that again, and signs it on the mask.
So I take it with the choice system then, is it almost like you can mold, I guess it's not too reactive, but can you almost like mold your Buzz to either be a heel or a face?
Kind of. Yeah,
Right,
I think he always sort of veers more face because he's this protagonist, but yeah, you can definitely make choices that affect the story.
Oh, right, okay.
We're not touching on it. We're just
that's
assuming
fine.
this is canon. And he does make a couple of exceptional choices later on. Baron insists that any publicity is good publicity. The buzz is still going. Buzz needs a shower. You mean Duca? I looked it up, says Baron.
Terrible.
Horrid.
Back in the States, Baron has finished his project, an enormous cage. Buzz wonders if this monstrosity is for a tetanus tornado match. Cole thinks it's more beast than beauty. Baron says it's called the Scrap Trap. Not only are they going to have their biggest streaming audience yet, we're going to do it in one of WWE's most iconic venues. This is clearly meant to be the Hammerstein Ballroom, but they just didn't get the rights or whatever to call it that. So I think I can't remember what they call it. The Hammerstein Ballroom was actually not an iconic WWE venue. It was the home for a while of ECW, who was later bought by WWE and acted as like a sub-brand. But it's a legendary New York venue that used to host very hardcore wrestling.
So WWE are effectively trying to steal another company's iconic location and claim it's theirs.
Yeah, basically.
Ooh.
Yeah.
It's not also sorry. The Scrap Trap, not quite as catchy as Hell in the Cell. It's not quite.
Well, it's basically just a steel cage, which we just had before. This is one of WWE's most iconic venues. It's like we're invading their territory. I wish I could see the look on Triple H's face when he sees that. That night, Cole and Buzz go to war. But oh no! After the match, Baron tells us that the pay-per-view stream was cut off in the middle of the match. Nobody knows how it ended. They were taken down intentionally. Sorry, I forgot the voice. He says they were taken down intentionally by Triple H.
Oh.
WWE's lawyers are claiming they have exclusive rights to broadcast from this venue. And now we're getting flooded with refund requests. No bonuses tonight, boys.
Oh.
I'm walking here.
I was about to say, it went a bit less Barry Wheeler, more just mobster.
Yeah, I'm making enough of him.
Where's Barry? Where does he live? Barry Wheeler.
There we go. There we go.
Cole turns to us and asks if we can return slightly used jet skis. He may have jumped the gun on that one. Buzz has had enough. He wants to strike back against WWE and Triple H. Baron points out that they have an army of lawyers. And Buzz just competed in a cage match made from an old prison fence. What could we possibly do? Invade their territory. We hit Triple H where it hurts most by selling him used jet skis, interjects Cole. Invading NXT. Totally on the same page, Buzz.
I've started to come around a little bit on Cole.
Cole is the best character.
Cole's a twink.
Yes, he is.
We love him.
This is his new gear, by the way.
He's blue now.
He's. I'm not gonna lie, I wasn't him before, but now
you're seeing it. Now that he's no longer Black Hole Cole.
Or the Riddler.
Yes. Baron says it seems risky. But who cares, says the boys. We've got nothing else left to lose. They already rejected us. Outside the venue, the boys meet up. Cole has the tickets to the NXT show. Front row, just like we asked. Buzz asks if they remember when Triple H and DX invaded WCW. People still talk about that to this day. This is going to be so good for us. We hear the voice of veteran commentator Michael Cole announcing next week's match. So we cut to TV, basically, to NXT. He's announcing next week's match of Adam Cole, no longer with the WWE, against Velveteen Dream, sexual harassment allegations. Then the camera pans over to the front row where fans are freaking out. That's bloody Buzz and Cole Quinn. What the fuck?
Woo, bloody Buzz.
Bloody Buzz. The crowd cheers and the two hold up their tickets. There they are. We're meant to be here.
We're just here to see the show, you guys.
NXT star Johnny Gargano is coming down the ramp for his match. At that point, Cole and Buzz nod to each other before jumping over the barricade and attacking Gargano. They kick him to bits. Security chase them away before Triple H storms to the ring. Get them out of here right now. And
Smashing Buzz like teabagging someone and Triple H is just angrily marching down.
In the parking lot, the three celebrate. Triple H must be losing it right now. And even better, says Cole, we're trending. This could really help our next PCW show. Yeah, says Buzz. But how are we going to strike next? Baron says, I thought this was a one-time thing. Nah. if we want this to be all about Buzz, we have to keep it going. He means Buzz as in, I think I mean like...
Is Buzz
the Buzz?
Is Buzz having a heel turn here?
I think he's just getting obsessed with the idea of striking back at Triple H. And Baron's like, well, we kind of already did that. Let's be careful.
Yeah, it's quite like, it's a deep, almost like Greek tragedy, you know, about the perils of vengeance.
He can't think of a Greek character.
I can't. It's early.
You do Achilles, that's easy.
Yeah, I could have just done Achilles. Yeah.
Clearly Achilles and Patroclus.
It's Triple H Achilles.
Yeah. Very good. Triple H is Agamemnon in this story, I think.
I see that.
I can see the stone bust of Triple H.
Yes. Oh, that will exist somewhere. Triple H, after all, he'll be ready for us next time. We need a new plan. Cole happens to have an uncle who owns a costume shop. They're going to dress up as classic wrestlers and sneak in undetected. Either DX, the NWO, or the third choice, genuinely, generic 80s stars. I think it just says 80s stars. They didn't bother to think of any. In this version, we pick the original invaders, Hall and Nash, the NWO. I'm going to very briefly explain the NWO. So if DX were the kind of biggest, hottest thing going on WWE, across the water at WCW was the NWO, the New World Order. That was a professional stable consisting of Scott Hall, Kevin Nash, and Hollywood Hulk Hogan.
We can't say the word that Neil has written on the photo because we will get demonetized, but Neil has written a naughty word next to Hulk Hogan.
Begins with C and ends with unt. The group originated in WCW. The whole idea was they were taking over. Yes,
he's a coconut. Hulk Hogan is a coconut.
I think coconut was
coconut. Sorry,
coconut.
So they would like invade. This was a huge deal at the time because since the 80s, Hulk Hogan had been the good guy. He was Mr. Drink your milk and eat your vitamins, kids. He was Mr. America, and suddenly he went over to the other side, to WCW, and joined the dark side and led this group of kind of badass invaders. And people still walk about in NWO t-shirts to this day. It became one of the most influential storylines the mid to late 90s. But anyway, that night, back in NXT... Announcer Corey Graves, so sometimes I'll talk about what the commentators are saying. Corey Graves is in shock. Guys, it's the NWO! You never know who will show up in NXT. They charge the ring, mockingly acting in the style of the classic group, grabbing a couple of mics. Hey yo, says Buzz, before security charge the ring. Cole and Buzz make short work of the security guards before Triple H emerges, initially flanked by the Authors of Pain, who I think are called they're not in the company anymore. ARKHAM and Razor, two big boys. He sends them out before we take them out. Triple H then sends out Johnny Gargano and Chris Hero. Johnny Gargano, we fought last week, we beat him up. We take them down.
This feels like the end of the game. He's just sending wrestler after wrestler at us in the ring.
We send out...
No, but he's only sending NXT wrestlers. We need to get up the tiers.
I can imagine, like, I need a hero playing in the background.
By the end of the game, Big Cock needs to take it raw.
We send out Bobby Fish and Kyle O'Reilly, who at this point are called the Undisputed Era. Also, they were Red Dragon and Redragon in the independent circuit. They're actually legit badasses. But we beat them up too.
Yeah.
Our boys are shattered, but somehow take down all of those teams. Bloodied and bruised, they stare down the camera. Buzz grabs the mic. Hey, Hunter, you mad, bro? I would be too, I guess. A couple of indie guys infiltrated my show 2 weeks in a row and beat up half my roster. Yeah, you guys are real clever, showing up here in your cute little costumes. Actually... interrupts Coles. These awesome costumes are courtesy of Don's Costume Emporium, Syracuse, New York, dressing you up since 1993. And if you use the promo code CQ, you get 10% off all wrestling costumes this week. Thanks, Uncle Don, to my mom, Dad, Sally, and to my dog, Butternuts. Who's a good boy? Who's a good boy? I mean the big time, baby!
Yeah, okay, I take it all back about Cole. He rocks.
The crowd cheers. Are you finished? Buzz says, I don't know. Cole, are you finished? Have you got anything else to plug? BCW. Oh, yeah, man. You can totally catch more of us, too, on BCW whenever Triple H isn't trying to shut down our shows. Listen, we can go back and forth and you could try and invade again. But in some not so clever way, I have a different proposal.
Generally speaking, would these invasions, are these pre-sanctioned or...
It would almost always... In this is just a thing they're doing against the rules. Whenever you see an invasion angle on TV, it's part of a storyline.
Okay,
yeah.
cool.
This is just... We are to take this as an actual thing that these two are doing.
Triple H is like, this wasn't in the scripts, and my brain now hurts.
Yes. In reality, they would be arrested for this.
Yeah, I was gonna say, why is it Triple H just killing them?
assaulted some professionals. You want to be on NXT so bad, you can come back and have an actually sanctioned match. I just happen to have the perfect opponent for you, Buzz. What do you say? Got yourself a deal. After next week, your life will be changed forever. What did he mean? Asked Michael Cole. I don't care, as long as you never have to see these two losers again, replies Corey Graves. The following week, our boys walk backstage down the corridor at NXT. A selection of their foes stand in line in the hallway, giving them stink eye. Triple H greets us. He wanted to make us feel at home. So he got us our very own locker room. It's like a cleaning closet. What's the matter? Bigger than you're used to? Ha 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 ha.
Good one, H.
And he walks away. At least we have free toilet paper, says Cole. Before the match, Baron is worried. He warned us not to get on Triple H's bad side. Buzz says it's fine. There are too many people here for Triple H to actually really do anything. Baron really isn't sure. This is the cerebral assassin we're talking about. Look, good luck in your match. I'm going to go and try and find you a real dressing room for when you get out. Triple H enters. We're in the ring. He reveals our mystery part. He has been able to track down the man who attacked us weeks ago, and the masked man emerges. The crowd cheer as the two face off in the ring. During the match, the masked man is... I don't have a screenshot for this. I'll find one later. The masked man is revealed to be...
Baron?
Baron Blades!
Oh, I called it! Oh my god! Right.
Cole is devastated. Afterwards... Sorry, Buzz is devastated. Afterwards, Cole tells us he had no idea. He swears. A smug Triple H confronts us in the hall, having devastated us.
Oh, yes.
This is so Mean Girls.
Would you like anything from catering? After all, who knows when your next hot meal will come from, now that I've torn your little indie promotion apart? I'm not hungry, says Buzz. You thought you were so cute, playing Invasion on our show, but I have eyes and ears everywhere. The moment they informed me that Baron was the masked attacker, I couldn't wait to light the fuse and watch everything blow up in your faces. You know, it took a bit of convincing to get Baron to do the match. I told him I'd keep a secret, but I was always going to expose him. Take your little friend and go back to your rundown van and your rundown little lives. Oh, wait, one more thing. I bought your contract from Baron, which means I also have control over you. So you consider tonight your retirement match. As long as I'm alive, you will never set foot in a ring again.
Oh.
Suddenly, two of the biggest chads in wrestling history appear. Kurt Angle and Bryan Danielson. Or Daniel Bryan.
I know Kurt Angle from the meme.
And I know Daniel Bryan.
Yeah.
Kurt Angle's in that one meme.
They appear. They are managers of Raw and SmackDown, respectively.
Are they actually in real life?
At this time, they were the on-screen managers.
Wow.
So they weren't actually,
This is our...
having to do paperwork. But in storyline, they were the GMs of each of their shows.
This is our big three bosses.
Sure. Yeah. They are technically under Triple H, but they also are supposed to have creative control over their own shows.
Wait, from my understanding, in universe, is Triple H in charge of NXT or in charge of the WWE?
The WWE.
Got it.
Yeah. So, who the hell are these men? Kurt Angle is a legit Olympic medalist, winning the gold in the 1996 Olympics with a broken frickin' neck.
Wow,
Jesus
cool.
Christ.
He never cared for professional wrestling, having a very low opinion of it, but WWF were desperate to hire someone with his legitimacy in the 90s, someone with his legitimacy in combat sports. Despite his feelings about the sport, Kurt is noted for taking to pro wrestling faster than almost anyone else in history. I'm even talking about other combat athletes. Nobody has taken to it as quickly as Kurt. Like, within a year, he was one of the best going.
Wow.
He is noted He was a gifted athlete, obviously, but also naturally hilarious. And when he needed to be, capable of intense violence. Kurt was one of the most important figures of the Attitude Era and was involved in some of its most memorable storylines, including a love triangle with Triple H and Stephanie McMahon.
He was trying to steal this girl.
Was he the other man in that situation?
Yeah, he was. Yeah,
Oh.
Stephanie was trying to keep them apart.
Kurt, you get a lot of
I see it.
comedy wrestlers who that is their niche and they're very good at it. Kurt managed to be one of the funniest of all time, whilst also being like legitimately threatening. You believed he could beat you. As Kurt once said, "You're a boy in a man's world, and I'm a man who loves to play with boys."
No.
Oh,
No.
So we need to go search the files for that name.
Is Kurt Angle a good guy?
In this, by this point, he is. Throughout his career, most people are most things. Apart from like John Cena, who went 20 years as a good guy. Most people flip back and forward a couple of times. Certainly in this period as a manager, Kurt is a beloved fatherly figure.
Cool.
Daniel Bryan, my fave. Known to many as Bryan Danielson, confusingly, which is his real name, he was widely regarded by plenty of indie fans as the undisputed king of American independent wrestling in the mid-2000s. Best known for his work in Ring of Honor, Bryan stunned fans with his mix of beautiful technical wrestling, strong strikes, and heart. Despite his diminutive stature, the American Dragon was more than able to be the most violent and frightening man in the ring, and fans would frequently chant at his opponents, "You're gonna get your fucking head kicked in."
That really rolls off the tongue as a
Yeah,
chant.
it went like this. "You're gonna get your fucking head kicked in. You're gonna get your
I can
fucking
see
head
it.
kicked
You know what?
Yeah.
It does. I was joking, but it does roll off the tongue. It works.
I agree. On paper, it does not sound catchy.
It's a good one.
Bryan did eventually sign with the WWE in 2010, where he debuted on the dreadful reality show Tough Enough, which was where a bunch of independent wrestlers, but mostly not wrestlers at all. You had a lot of like models and stuff like that.
Right.
Would compete in a reality show with a veteran mentor. Each of them was given a real wrestler to be their mentor. In what was seen as punishment by some for Bryan having such a big internet following, which WWE despised at the time, Bryan was introduced to the world as the rookie of The Miz and struggled to break out onto the main scene. Despite some very poor booking, WWE couldn't quell Bryan's most important ability, that he could make the fans care. In 2013-14, a remarkable natural storyline unfolded. Fans began voicing their love for Bryan so loudly that his yes chants would frequently overshadow main event segments until finally WWE Creative was forced to give him the shot he deserved. In a truly great storyline, Triple H acted as the head of the authority who didn't want to give the little man over to being the face of the company. Bryan beat the odds, and in one of the best main events of all time at WrestleMania 30, beat Triple H, Randy Orton, and Batista all in the same night to win both the WWE and World Heavyweight Championships.
That's the year I saw, was
Yes,
it?
That's the same year that Triple H, that Undertaker lost his streak.
Because our supervisor who was hosting WrestleMania, who was dressed as Hulk Hogan at the time, he hyped up WrestleMania by describing that story to me, and he cried at the end of the night. Full on,
yeah, we were all crying.
Yeah.
Brian was. A lot of fans saw him as us. He was like 5'8". After a period of time where everyone in WWE had to look 6'5", juiced up on
John Cena
steroids.
style, yeah.
Like Bryan was someone who was already beloved for just having a lot of heart and soul and being a better technical wrestler than anyone he was in the ring with. So yeah, to see him like beat Randy Orton and Batista, who are the picture of a WWE wrestler in this way, was pretty magical. He had to retire not long after this for the first time, which is why he's a manager at this point in WWE storyline.
Right.
Why did he retire?
Injuries, neck injuries. But in 2021, he was cleared to return to ring action, but he returned with AEW. And he is still there today. He doesn't wrestle full-time anymore, again, because of his neck, but he's there sometimes on commentary and helping out with creative backstage.
And he's changed now?
Well, he's Bryan Danielson again.
He's a heel now, is he?
No, he was for a little bit, but that was like 3 years ago, yeah.
Because I remember so he had yes, and then it didn't turn into no.
Funnily enough, no was first. I
Was
think.
it?
Yeah, no came. Oh no, was it?
Oh.
The no thing was because he was part of team. That was 2013, and he was
Right.
He was part of Team Hell No, which was him and Kane.
Oh.
And at the time, he was supposed to be a bad guy who was like just annoying the fans by doing these yes or no chants. But fans just started loving it and like just started chanting at him. And yes became. I'll show you the promo for the match on our next break, but for this match because it is magical. So we're backstage, and our two Chads have rolled up. We couldn't help but hear all that, says Brian. As GMs of Raw and SmackDown, our job is to find prospective talent for our shows, and from what we've seen, this man doesn't deserve to be sent off to early retirement. He deserves to be on the main roster. I've already made my decision, says Triple H. Aren't you always using that phrase, what's best for business, says Brian. He does say that, Daniel, agrees Kurt. Putting your personal issues aside to improve SmackDown or Raw would be exactly the definition of best for business. Fine, says Triple H. Is your problem now. You might have been bailed out this time, but I will never forget what you did. Both managers proposition you, Team Blue or the flagship brand, Raw. Buzz says it's been an emotional night, and this is a lot to take in. But he thinks his style will be best represented on SmackDown. Yes! 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 says Brian. Hear that? Says Cole. There's a buzz on SmackDown.
He's not quite ready to take it Raw. He'll get there.
I feel like
He'll get there one day. He's warming up to it.
I think they've overdone Daniel Bryan's short king energy. Like, he looks
really is
very
short.
small
He is.
here.
The average wrestler is like 5'11", 6 foot. He is 5'8".
Yeah, but like 5'8" isn't that short, but I feel like they've almost made him 5'3".
Honestly, in the ring, no. In the ring against anyone else, he always looked short, like very short.
Fair enough.
Like if you consider Randy Orton and John Cena are both over 6 foot, so he is going to look. It's like he's like my height. He's gonna look legitimately short next.
It's you against us.
Yeah, pretty much. All my friends are 6 feet. Kurt respects her decision and hopes to see you on Raw one day. Outside of the stadium, our boys celebrate.
Wait, so quick question going back.
Please. Oh,
you,
yeah.
Because you kind of described SmackDown as, is it kind of the pipeline of you go on SmackDown after NXT and then you go to Raw, or
it's
after
not that
NXT you kind of
direct.
go to one?
You
go?
branch.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
And it just depends on
SmackDown
your
is
style?
huge. Like The Rock made his name on SmackDown. Like SmackDown was named for The Rock basically because he would lay the SmackDown. Yeah, it's almost as big.
So it's just whichever one matched your style better.
Yeah, and lots of people would prefer to go to SmackDown because traditionally they have maybe had more matches per show and stuff like that.
When The Rock's catchphrase, "Can you smell what The Rock is cooking?" What was he cooking? Is there actually context?
Excellence.
Just
Yeah.
excellence. Okay.
Yeah.
What does excellence smell like?
The Rock.
Sweat. Oh, God.
Yeah.
Yeah, one of his weird aftershaves he sells.
Absolutely, he's a fucking weird guy. Outside the stadium, our boys celebrate. Cole is just made up for us and wishes us luck. It's only a matter of time before he joins us. And besides, his indie fee just tripled. He hands us a keychain that he's made, part of our scrap match cage. He tells us to wash it. There's probably still some blood on there.
That's adorable. Can I rewind to Baron, please? That big twist happened, and we haven't heard from Baron.
It's kind of a bit sad. He like effectively betrays us in order to help BCW and our careers in his mind.
So it's more about BCW than it was about some Machiavellian 12D chess.
No, it's like he thinks that he's probably helping us and selfishly keeping us to himself.
Right.
Well, Baron, that's not very big
You
cock
don't
energy.
get, he just disappears. You don't get like a confrontation with him. He like texts you and tries to apologize to you afterwards, I think, but you don't. There's a whole phone thing in this where you can get texts and listen to podcasts, and I've not.
I really thought this would be a story-wide arc, and it would be our final chapter, and suddenly Baron appears takes the mask off or something, but fair ugh.
They don't. Cole and Buzz agree not to do the BCW handshake. It's kind of been spoiled now, so they shake hands like normal people. But they decide they can get in the van for one last road trip. It immediately breaks down. Cole quips that maybe we can afford a new ride now. Buzz says, it's the last thing my dad left me. I'll get it working again.
Oh.
You're a weird little sentimental moment.
Your stubbornness really bugs me sometimes, says Cole. Let's get out and push.
Is his dad's identity a mystery? Is it going to be Triple H?
Dead dad.
It's Vince McMahon.
Next week on SmackDown, Buzz arrives at the stadium and is greeted by Brian. He says he sees a lot of himself in you. You both put in great work in the indies, faced a ton of adversity to get where you are. Don't expect me to play favorites, though. That night, Brian puts you in an 8-man match for the number 1 contendership for Bobby Roode's US title. So the US title is, so on each show you've got the world title, which traditionally has been the WWE title on one show and the World Heavyweight Championship on the other show. And then you will have other titles which are more like mid-card titles for up-and-coming guys, or so you have the Intercontinental Champion and the US Champion. The US Championship has often been used, it's got a big US flag on it, and it's often been used either as like, yay, I'm Mr. America, or like, I've got this and I hate America.
It's either one or the other.
We know which one we would be.
Not quite that simple, but in the olden days, maybe. So he puts you in an 8-man battle royal match for the number 1 contendership. A battle royal is kind of, in this case, it's a little bit like a Royal Rumble,
right,
where you've got 8 guys in the ring. Each of them is trying to throw each other out. And the last one standing in the ring who hasn't been thrown over the top is the winner.
That sounds just like a Royal Rumble.
Yeah.
Oh, there's no really difference.
But the difference to the Royal Rumble is it's 30 people and they arrive one by one. Every 90 seconds, a new person enters down the ramp. This is just 8 people start in the middle.
Cool.
After winning the Battle Royal, Michael Cole is complimentary of our performance on commentary. He didn't even pin anyone, says Graves. It was a Battle Royal, Corey. He didn't have to.
Good.
So what do you do? Just like chuck him out?
Yeah, chuck him over the top. Yeah. It's more exciting than it sounds.
Who are your favorite commentators? Do you have any like?
So
oohs?
Michael Cole, I've mentioned a couple of times, is kind of remarkable. A company rube. No, he has been since it was the WWF since the 90s. He has been the weekly commentator every week since then. He has missed 2 days of work in 30 years.
Jesus
Christ. He is the voice of the company for a lot of people. For a lot of his time, he was a heel commentator. So commentators, you normally have a straight down the middle commentator, and then you have a color commentator, usually a negative guy who's like, this little man, he's a fucking worm. I like the big strong one who's a bully. That's the vibe.
Guys are going to get text from Triple H.
Big and strong and muscly and sweating.
At this point, Corey Graves is your color commentator now. The guy who's like, nah, I don't. He's a little indie, piece of shit. I don't have time for him. So glorious Bobby Roode. He's glorious. He comes out and his theme song is it sounds like Queen. It's very good, and the chorus goes glorious.
I know this song.
Yeah,
yes.
He was a huge star in TNA when it was still at its peak, in a tag team called Beer Money. And then he came to NXT and then he went to SmackDown, and he's now a producer, I think. I think he now produces matches with WWE backstage. So every match has a producer, somebody who like works with the talent to come up with what the match is going to be like. He emerges to a chorus of boos and claps sarcastically. Buzz grabs the mic for his first SmackDown promo. Granted, I haven't been doing this as long as Bobby Roode has. Some would say I don't have a right to this, but it's the truth. The US title needs to be held by someone who's more than just a catchphrase, because what's truly glorious about this title is its history. Ricky the Dragon Steamboat, Bret Hart, Stone Cold Steve Austin, Eddie Guerrero, the American Dream Dusty Rhodes. Those are just a handful of the legends who were once US champion. The American Dream Dusty Rhodes is a fascinating figure who is the real-life father of Cody Rhodes, current face of the WWE. And he has another son who we will come on to later on.
So is Buzz's like superpower as the protagonist kind of like Deku from My Hero Academia, which is like he's just such a nerd for wrestling that he knows all of the moves and knows all of the history?
I would say they didn't put that much thought into it. I think he is your classic underdog railing against the corporate structure, maybe. He is a little bit, his promos are a bit what we would call white bread babyface sometimes. This story is almost loosely modeled on a Daniel Bryan kind of thing.
Right.
They made this title what it is today because of the amazing battles they had in ring, not because they repeated a word over and over again until it caught on. So when I become US champion, I'm going to return this title to roots. My reign will be about memorable matches, not memorable words, and that will be absolutely glorious. Bobby calls us a rookie who got lucky. He's been at this 2 decades while we wrestled in high school gyms. He has proof that can back up everything he says. I guess the truth hurts, winks Buzz. How about we make this a match that would honor the legends that held the title before you? An Iron Man match. An Iron Man match is you put a set amount of time on the thing. Traditionally, it was 60 minutes. So they have done 30 minutes and stuff. And in that time, whoever has the most decisions. So a pin or a submission doesn't end the match. You just get a point in your tally.
Right.
So it's whoever can get the most decisions in that 60 minutes.
Wow. I don't know if I could watch a 60-minute long.
I was about to say, I think I just
There are a couple of very good ones. I'm thinking MJF and Daniel Bryanson, Shawn Michaels versus Bret Hart. There have been some legendary ones. Thankfully, the game, I think, gives you 15 minutes. I don't think you have to do, because matches are quite short in this game. You can do a match in 5 minutes.
if you're good.
At the next pay-per-view, we fight a war against glorious Bobby Roode. We clamber to the top of the ropes, slapping our glistening thighs, and fly through the air, thrusting our crotch into Bobby's face, and he crashes to the mat, and we pin him for 3 for the final time.
Thank you.
What was it called? The cock barrage?
The cock
The
barrage,
cock barrage.
Cock barrage.
The commentators scream, "Cock barrage! Cock barrage! The kid's done it!"
Don't know if we should be calling a kid after that name.
It's a good point. Next week, Buzz takes to the ring to announce. This is the US title, by the way. It looks slightly different nowadays.
It's good.
Yeah, it's a solid design. It's a title.
Should we make a Lord on belt?
Next week, Buzz takes to the ring to announce the return of a tradition that John Cena started when he was US champion. The US title weekly open challenge. Every week on SmackDown, whoever is ready to step up and face us, come on out. So a lot of your big champions, they will defend their title maybe 8 to 10 times a year on big shows. If you're like Roman Reigns when he was title, that's maybe 4 times a year. You would have more matches than that, but you don't put the title up. Whereas the US Open Challenge was great because you could tune in free TV and you could see often it was bangers, because it would be a guy who's never going to really get a chance to win the title, but fans love, and they would come out and have a really solid match for 20 minutes.
Fun.
And then lose and not get the title.
Yeah. Over the next couple, people have done a shock win. A big example was Kevin Owens beat John Cena on TV for the US title, and that was a huge debut.
Oh.
Baron Corbin and Johnny Gargano are our first 2 challenges over the next fortnight. Gargano hates us from attacking him in NXT. Oh, wait, here's Baron Corbin. First off, he's the lone wolf.
He's our new Baron. We had to replace Bad Baron with Good Baron.
Our Baron has 2 R's. This one has 1.
We needed a new Baron in our life.
Yeah, this is Baron title.
Baron Corbin was kind of initially a sort of badass loner character, and then he transitioned into more of a comedy bad guy who lost a lot. He's a very cool finisher called the End of Days. And this Johnny Gargano, who, as I said, hates us. Johnny Gargano's a wonderful wrestler. He's in that Daniel Bryan vein of heart and soul, technical ability. When he was on NXT, he was the face of NXT. He put on some beautiful matches. The announcers speculate that this schedule of title matches has to be wearing us down. After the match, Gargano, having forgiven us for our attack, hands us the title when we beat him. Week 3 brings a familiar face. The Masked Attacker. But the commentary team speculate that can't be Baron Blade unless he's lost about 40 pounds. Maybe he's been hitting the gym.
I thought once you lost your mask, you can't do that again.
After the match ends,
Not a true
after the cock barrage, Buzz rips off the mask to reveal Sami Zayn.
Who?
Hey, who the fuck is that?
Sami runs away, but Buzz is attacked from behind by Kevin Owens.
He looks like who's the Irish wrestler? Is that Sean Connery? Not that's a fucking actor.
Sheamus.
No, I mean, or maybe not. He's a wrestler, the MMA fighter, boxer.
Conor McGregor.
That's the one I'm thinking of.
He definitely doesn't up close.
Oh well,
But
far away.
So they both pile on.
Connery.
they both pile on an attack, and it appears their off and on relationship, I'll explain in just a minute, is back on. They grab the title and dance around the ring with it, even though they haven't won it. So who are Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens? Because they're very important. Bryan Danielson wasn't the only one tearing things up in the indie scene in the 2000s. Also rising to prominence in Ring of Honor were 2 wrestlers with parallel careers, Kevin Steen and El Generico.
Right.
They wrestled together in Canada since they were kids.
Oh, no.
So this is Kevin Steen and this is El Generico.
This is really cute and wholesome, though. I love this picture.
Yeah.
That's really wholesome.
It's a great picture.
It's giving their mom came to their first match and was like, all right, let's take a picture for the memory book.
It's giving if we dressed up as wrestlers for Halloween.
This might be my favorite picture, my favorite real life picture. It's very
great
wholesome.
picture.
It's very wholesome.
They wrestled together in Canada since they were kids.
They look like they're having a great time.
They wrestled together since they were kids, but their run in Ring of Honor was nothing short of spectacular. Generico was the beloved hero who possessed a heart that made the audience love him. Smaller than some, Generico would put his body on the line and throw himself at opponents to overcome the odds. Steen was a monster. His fans would chant, "Kill, Steen, kill."
Oh.
Generico
Am
always...
I to assume Steen is the left one and Generico's the right?
This is Steen, this is Generico. El Generico. Generico always wanted things to go back to how they'd been when they were younger. He believed there was always hope for Steen, but time after time, Steen's gut-wrenching betrayals broke the hands of everyone everywhere.
Oh.
The two fought a bloody war over many matches, producing some of the most violent moments filmed in a wrestling ring.
Oh, that's bloody good, that. We've got Generico was like pinned in the corner of a ring.
With a metal ladder in front of him.
And Steen has like hit the ladder so it presses into Generico.
Broken over him, yeah.
It's really good.
In the 2010s, El Generico left wrestling to start an orphanage in Mexico, but shortly after, a wrestler named Sami Zayn debuted on NXT.
I see.
Unrelated.
Okay, unrelated.
El
yes.
Generico retired. This is Sami Zayn.
And he's just come out of nowhere, Sami Zayn, out with the ether.
Yes, correct.
Cool.
Correct. Generico is helping the kids. Kevin Steen would shortly afterwards debut on NXT as Kevin Owens. They would continue to win over fans with their on and off again relationship, both winning titles across NXT, SmackDown, and Raw. At this point in WWE, Sami is on the main roster and his booking's been pretty terrible. He's kind of a comedy heel at this point.
No.
Where he is now is much stronger. But yeah, it appears they're back on in their relationship. They dance around the ring, celebrating their beatdown of us. Next week, Buzz confronts the two. If they want a fair fight, step up and answer the US Open Challenge one by one, and not hiding behind some mask. That mask was hilarious, says Kevin. What are you talking about? That was not me. Sami, he pulled your mask off. We all saw it was you. Bobby Roode appears to remind us that we still owe him a rematch. Buzz agrees and sets the match up for tonight. That's generally the way it's done. If you lose your title, you're entitled to one rematch kind of pretty soon after. Kevin Owens says he doesn't care. We're settling this shit tonight. During Bobby Roode's entrance, Kevin Owens and Sami drag Bobby's unconscious body on the stage and march towards the ring. The match begins, I guess. So it's like a 2-on-1 match against you. During the match, Bobby recovers and attacks them, ending the match by disqualification. It breaks down into a brawl, interrupted by Bryan Danielson, who pulls the oldest trick in the SmackDown Manager book, setting a tag team event as the main event, tag team match as the main event. Bobby Roode and Buzz versus Kevin Owens and Sami. They put their differences aside long enough to get the job done, presumably both doing something with their cocks.
Yeah, what would the combo cock barrage be? What do you think?
That's for you to decide, my friend. You have a thing.
You stew on that and we'll circle back to you.
There's scissoring involved somewhere. But I'll keep thinking.
Neil nearly spit out his coffee.
I think that it should pay homage to the big cock handshake. Just mayhaps with your legs.
I love a motif. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. It's all about themes. Bobby and Buzz get the job done. After the match, they celebrate together in the ring. The next week, Buzz and Bobby attempt another rematch, but once again, it's interrupted by Kevin Owens and Sami, and they make off with the title, running around the ring with it.
He is, to quote Neil, he is booking it.
Yeah.
They give big kids just having fun.
Yes, they do. Somehow,
I think these are my two favorite ones. Especially Sami.
Next week, Buzz is in the ring with his title, seemingly managed to get it back at some point.
Suits, it looks stupid.
Yeah.
He tells the crowd that his reign probably hasn't gone exactly how he wanted in terms of fair matches every week. He clarifies that Bobby is still at the front of the queue. The others will have to wait their turn. Daniel Bryan comes out to help settle this. Just as he's about to announce a match, Triple H's music hits. Hey, I know you're still relatively new to WWE, Buzz, so let me fill you in. You may have gotten lucky by winning the US title, but that doesn't mean you get to call the shots around here. I call the shots. Bryan cuts him off. Last time I checked, I was in charge of SmackDown, not you. I call the shots. Ooh, this is getting good, says Buzz from the ring. Shut up. You need to understand, I have influence far greater than you can imagine. Whatever I say goes, no questions asked. I say build it, they say how fast do you need it. Make the match, the only question should be when and where. I say fire someone, and WWE says good luck in your future endeavors. This was a huge thing at the time. WWE has an awful track record for letting people go for almost no reason. And there's usually a couple of rounds of layoffs throughout the year. And people log online and go, oh God, who have they let go of? And wrestlers call this being future endeavored. Because you just get a letter one day that says good luck in your future endeavors.
Oh, Oof. Jesus.
Oof. So them playing it into storyline is pretty fucking rich.
How much control do you think that the WWE actually has over the storyline of the video games?
I mean,
I'm assuming
Triple H has to record these lines.
Yeah.
Most of them
are recorded. I mean, they'd be able to say no to something, but I also can't see them going to the effort of writing a whole game. I wouldn't be surprised if, because like it's a normal TV show, SmackDown and Raw have writers who meet every week to help write the show. Maybe they get involved.
I'm mainly just thinking that they're really playing up the WWE as an organization as the villain in this.
Often the Authority and Triple H, and before him, Vince McMahon was, for all his dreadful faults, was probably the greatest heel of all time. He was on TV as the face of the Authority, and Stone Cold Steve Austin made his name by standing up to his boss, by standing up to the man kind of thing.
They're very good at that kind of, we know what you hate about us, so now it's part of the act sort of angle. Yeah.
Was Vince actually a wrestler, or was he just a businessman?
No. He was a bit of a bodybuilder, and he did wrestle. He was terrible. He did wrestle. He even wrote himself to win the Royal Rumble one year. I think it was 1999.
Because
God,
I feel like the bulk majority of WWE things that I actually know is Vince McMahon memes.
Yeah,
it's like gifs of Vince McMahon
saying the N-word or
and then
not the I was on about,
I win.
Yeah. I mainly just meant making stupid faces, but
yeah, that too. Yeah. All anyone else has is the illusion of power. You call the shots because I let you call the shots. I can make one call, Brian, and you'll be struggling to put food on your family's table. Are we clear? Yes, says Brian. Dejected.
Aww.
We're clear. Triple H tells us that Money in the Bank, the next pay-per-view, there will be a fatal four-way match between Buzz, KO, Sammy, and Bobby. He'll never forget what you did.
Is WWE still pay-per-view? Have they moved modern?
They are on their Netflix. One of the shows is on Netflix, and
it's on Netflix.
Yeah, Raw's on weekly on Netflix. Yeah. So, and SmackDown, I think. Yeah.
Which means that there's a good chance that my son might get into it, which means I might have to.
My niece has got into it, which I'm very excited by. Is a big fan of. This game obviously doesn't focus much on women's wrestling, but it has changed greatly, which we'll talk about a little bit later. But there are phenomenal storylines with female wrestlers nowadays, and as a result, my niece is suddenly very into wrestling, which I'm so excited about. And I can't be too excited because it won't be cool if I try and over-explain it to her.
My two favorite wrestlers, which are the only ones I know, are both female wrestlers. One's a Japanese one whose name I cannot for the life of me remember, but I know I've told you that I like.
Io Sky?
I think so.
Yeah.
And then the other one was at SummerSlam last year.
Rhea Ripley.
Maybe. Well, I love Rhea Ripley for different reasons, but it was somebody else.
Christ.
I love Rhea Ripley for the reasons that everybody loves Rhea Ripley.
Phenomenal wrestler.
Correct.
Yeah. What happens next? What does Triple H do?
Yes, thank you. So there'll be a fatal four-way between our lovely boys. Here we are at Money in the Bank. This is not a Money in the Bank match. This is the Money in the Bank pay-per-view, and the Money in the Bank match will happen later on in the night.
But Neil, just another match. What is a Money in the Bank match?
Great question, Chase. Money in the Bank match is when there are usually 6 competitors. The ring is surrounded by metal ladders hanging 15 feet above the ring. 15, 20 feet above the ring is a briefcase suspended from the air. Inside it is a contract that guarantees the holder to a title match at any point of their choosing. So basically, it's a very usually fun and violent ladder match where they're all jumping off ladders, trying to grab the briefcase, and the winner then has this kind of sword of Damocles of like, at any point they can roll up on the champion. So it could be stupid honorable guys will be like, I want to let you know that in next week, I'm going to cash in my Money in the Bank in a match with you. And the match gets set up. More commonly, an opportunistic challenger will wait until the champion has just had a grueling match and everyone goes, oh, that was the end of the show. And then the music hits and the person comes out with their Money in the Bank and everyone goes crazy because they know they're going to see a title change.
Is the only reason I actually know about that kind of match because it happened at SummerSlam.
Yeah.
I forget who it was, but...
this SummerSlam past. Oh, it was Seth Rollins.
Yes.
And he
Yeah.
came out in the crutches and
Yeah.
dropped them. Yeah, everyone thought he was injured. Yeah. Seth Rollins has the greatest of all time, which is called at WrestleMania 33 or 34. There was a main event nobody wanted, which was Roman Reigns and Brock Lesnar for the title, and everyone was kind of booing throughout the match. And Seth Rollins' music hits, and mid-match he inserted himself, and it became a three-way, and he won the title. And they called it, the commentators, it's one of the best calls ever. They called it the heist of the century, and it a very like chills thinking back on it. It was great.
Look at me knowing wrestling.
You do.
From the one singular time I watched.
Yeah, and
the one
Chase,
time.
yeah, and he did it again recently at SummerSlam. Yeah.
What, the same gimmick with the crutches?
Well, no, the crutches thing was new. Everyone legitimately thought he was out with an injury,
Right.
Which I have problems with this storyline. People really get injured. I don't know if I like a fake injury storyline, but yeah, he came out with his crutches, and everyone thought he was just coming out to stare out CM Punk, like I'm gonna get you when I'm better, and he turned away. And he lifted up the crutches and dropped them, and the whole crowd went crazy. It was very cool as a moment.
That was the super funny as somebody who's not actually a wrestling fan, where all of my friends were going fucking feral for that, and I'm sat there like, yeah,
That injured man's okay.
I think this is meant to be hype. I don't understand why it's hype.
Good for you, injured man.
We win the Fatal 4-Way to retain our US title.
Triple H is so pissed.
Yeah, he spends a lot of this game on the sidelines, very mad.
waiting to assumedly be our final boss.
Backstage, we bump into the cover star of this game, AJ Styles. How can I begin to explain AJ Styles? One of the most important wrestlers of his age.
I like him on the right there.
Yeah, that was him just before he came to WWE. One of the most important wrestlers of the age, rising on the indies. He was a faithful servant to WWE's biggest American competition of the 2000s, TNA. He was there from its foundation, basically, until its peak and just after. He left in 2014 to return to the indies and joined New Japan Pro Wrestling.
Right.
He would oust then leader of the Bullet Club, Prince Devitt, who we might meet later on.
Just said a lot of words I didn't understand there.
He would oust the leader of the Bullet Club to take control of the faction. You might have both heard of the Bullet Club. No. It is probably the biggest faction outside of WWE of the last 20 years.
Right.
Wait, is that a New Japan?
In New Japan. So basically...
who's on it?
So it was there have been a lot of members because it's still... I think it's technically just wrapped up its current form. But the Bullet Club started with a guy called Prince Devitt, who you will know better as Finn Balor, who is on WWE.
I do not know better as that.
He started it, was him and a couple of others, including Machine Gun Carl Anderson. And the idea was that they were gaijin, right? They were like white wrestlers in Japan who had always occupied a slightly different space a lot of the time. And they instead decided to show no respect for Japanese customer wrestlers. They would run roughshod over matches. They would cheat. They would steal.
Fun.
It began to grow in popularity. AJ Styles signed, and the Bullet Club are that kind of cool thing where they kind of a lot of the time they're an anti-hero faction because people love them so much.
Are they always
but
foreigners?
They know there are sometimes Japanese wrestlers, but the majority of them are foreigners. And they've generally had a white or American leader. And the Bullet Club respects strength. So when AJ Styles came in, he threw out Finn Balor basically and said, I'm in charge now. And everyone went, all right. And the group went to huge success under him. The list of wrestlers that came up to the Bullet Club is kind of crazy. The leader after AJ Styles was Kenny Omega.
Right.
Hangman Adam Page, who's the top guy on AEW now. He came up through the Bullet Club. The Young Bucks, widely regarded as the greatest tag team of all time, kind of rose to greater fame through the Bullet Club. But yeah, Styles would join New Japan Wrestling and become leader of the Bullet Club and became, at the time, the most beloved and decorated American wrestler in the Japanese tradition. He would face Shinsuke Nakamura and Kazuchika Okada in legendary bouts. Oh my God, watch those matches. And his style influenced the generation of wrestlers. Despite not being the tallest guy in the world, he's not quite as small as like Brian, but he's not jacked. He's he's a pretty normal looking guy. He is strong. He can do high flying. He's a great striker. He can just do it all. He's so well rounded. And like you'll hear, I think in an interview recently, Seth Rollins was like, AJ Styles was the most important person for my style. Very influential.
And he's on the cover, is he?
Yeah. He debuted in WWE as a surprise entrant in the 2016 Royal Rumble. The biggest what if of the age finally coming true. At the time, the biggest wrestler never to sign with WWE was finally able to have brilliant feuds with like John Cena, Bray Wyatt, Roman Reigns, all these what ifs. Because you had like everyone for years wanted him versus John Cena because it was like the biggest what if. You know, he's never signed for us and against our top guy. And it happened. And we bump into him backstage. He's just won the Money in the Bank match. So he's got the briefcase and we congratulate him. He says it's going to be annoying carrying around this briefcase everywhere. Actually, seeing as we're the rookie, why don't we carry around the case for him? We nod to our title, saying we've already got our hands full. He kind of sneers at us and walks away. Behind us, we see Triple H talking with Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn, and Randy Orton.
Oh.
Who's Randy Orton?
Who's Randy Orton?
I recognize the name.
Yeah, you would do. Randy Orton, behind John Cena.
I recognize the pose.
Yeah. Behind John Cena, Randy Orton is arguably the biggest star of the 2000s. He's the son of Cowboy Bob Orton. He was a huge wrestler in his day. Randy was the dream. Tall, athletic, good-looking, and a second-generation talent. He became the youngest wrestler to win the World Championship at 24 in the 2000s. His mostly heel runs as the Legend Killer and the Viper would cement him as the biggest box office heel of the era.
I know that shot that you just put up. It's Randy Orton and John Cena, and John Cena is wiped out.
Chained up, and he's been whipped at this point, or he's got a kendo stick and he's hitting him across the middle, I think. His years-long rivalry with John Cena was a lot of kids' introduction to WWE, even if it was, in my opinion, quite boring. As we have seen many of his contemporaries grow old and retire, Randy is still wrestling almost 25 years after his debut and looks fantastic. So he's backstage involved now in the machinations of Triple H and Kevin.
You know, some people they just really suit tattoos. Randy Orton really suits tattoos,
and he didn't have them really when he started. He had these little arm ones, and then they kind of have grown over the years. And he's got it's very simple. He's got his top of his back and the two sleeves, and that's it. And it's a very cool look.
Good look.
He was your sort of psychopath, cold, emotionless killer for a lot of his career. He would he grabbed John Cena's dad out of the crowd and kicked him in the head. He was
Not his dad.
Not my favorite in-ring wrestler, but I can respect his contribution to the storylines and he was hated for a reason, and now he's loved. It's very hard to get him booed nowadays, which you find is a problem with a lot of older heel wrestlers, where it's we don't want to boo you anymore. We respect you.
You're cool.
Buzz is put in a 2-on-1 match against Kevin and Sami. At one point, while the referee is distracted, Randy Orton slides in the ring like the Viper he is, hits us with the RKO out of nowhere before slithering away. Kevin Owens pins us. And KO and Sami are somewhat confusingly joint US champions.
Yeah,
I love that for them.
So happy for
I love that for my two faves.
I don't begrudge them that at all.
They're just two buddies having fun together.
Yeah.
We did it, Mom.
We cut to Buzz now without his title.
Time of your life starts playing in the background.
We cut to Buzz now without his title. He's on a flight with the rest of the roster. SmackDown is heading overseas for an international tour.
Ooh.
And where are we going?
Japan. On the plane, we talk with Daniel Bryan.
Is there big wrestling? I know that obviously we've seen some wrestling in Scotland. Is there big wrestling outside of the major three countries, or are those kind of the big in terms of?
No, it's bigger in some places than others. But yeah, I mean, most countries have a strong enough wrestling scene.
Okay, because I feel like even over here, when I've seen the big matches that are getting advertised in the news and stuff, it's WWE on tour.
When people think about wrestling styles, the big movements in wrestling, they think firstly sports entertainment style, the kind of slow WWE style. They think lucha libre in Japan. They think Japanese style, very nerdy here, King's Road or strong style. They think of England. They think of very technical wrestling from England.
Okay.
Maybe think of German. Those are some of the bigger ones. Yeah.
When KG Mack was over quite recently, and we went out for food, they were talking about he was talking about Germany.
Yeah.
And there might be some opportunities and stuff in Germany. So Germany sounds quite big. But
some places it's going to be bigger than others. But WWE will tour the world either for house shows, which are non-televised shows, or as you know, they came and filmed Raw in Glasgow.
Did they?
Last year. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
cool.
Which they're starting to do more often because the UK crowds are fantastic on TV because they're consistently loud and fun chants. And,
I mean, we've seen the UK fans in a football match.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, US crowds, depending on the city, some cities are regarded as better than others. Chicago, always a fantastic crowd. You know, other places I can't name off the top of my head because it's forgettable. You know, you'll maybe have like a dead crowd, and there's nothing worse than watching like a 2-hour show and the crowd are dead. The Royal Rumble that just happened, if anyone happened to see any of it, holy shit, what a drag. So
Slow golf claps for the wrestlers.
Interestingly, there's different kinds of good crowd reactions. I'm going off track here. In Japan, crowds are very different. Super passionate fans. As the match and the night goes on, the reactions change. But at the start of a match, you will do a hold, you will do a technical transition, and the whole crowd will applaud with their hands.
Oh, like at a golf match.
Yeah, and you'll hear like an "oh" and an applause. And then as it goes on and the intensity builds, as like Japanese matches tend to ramp up slowly until it gets very exciting, the crowd reaction will build. But it's a lot more applause and respect. Whereas, you know, a UK crowd is all about like, Baldy, he's got a fucking bald head. Yeah. So we're on the plane. Daniel Bryan is excited for the trip. After all, Triple H isn't coming. He's also excited for our match. Again,
So he's definitely going to show up. He will absolutely show up.
You get to go on a business trip
really
and your
don't think
boss
he does.
isn't there. That's so
Exactly,
exciting.
yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
you know that Triple H is like on his private jet following this plane, just like stewing about how he can fuck us
Yeah,
up.
he's flying it too.
WWE always did have a private plane that only the top stars were allowed to use, and the rest of the wrestlers just ship themselves around the US week to week, either driving, like they'll carpool, or there's a bus.
Carpool.
Yeah. There's some excellent road stories from back in the day of like you and your buddies would be driving town to town, and you know shenanigans would occur.
What do you think the wrestlers' car playlist is for the road trip? What's on their playlist? Is
It's
it just all their entrance
themes.
music?
It's all the
Is
entrance
it just their
music,
entrance
yeah.
music and nothing else?
Yeah, I mean, a good entrance theme can make or break. You were asking what's important earlier for a wrestler. A good entrance theme can really help.
What's your favorite one?
Massively. Oh, Jesus. Oh, my God.
I'm here today to initiate your special interest side tangents.
You have told me a cool one, but I don't want to spoil it in case it appears in this.
Well,
It's a Is it a Japanese? No, it's not. It's a wrestler that I think definitely appears in this.
Well,
so I won't
I know
mention
who
it.
you're talking about, and they have a fantastic theme. We're just about to meet him. I mean, classic, like Shawn Michaels is phenomenal.
I have a new favorite wrestling theme that isn't properly wrestling. I'm not sure if either of you know. Final Fantasy XIV Online, my favorite game, has recently gone through a wrestling themed raid cycle.
Fun.
And then the wrestling theme for like the last fight was done by Beartooth. I'm like, yes,
Amazing.
It's so, I'll show it to you later. It fucking slaps.
Well, Kenny Omega often has like Final Fantasy inspired theme music.
That's the one I
where
know.
it'll be very like PlayStation strings and like
Iconic.
I will
love
play
it.
you some. They're fantastic. Shawn Michaels is a favorite. Which, if you remember, the lyrics go, "I'm just a sexy boy, sexy boy. I
don't know this
I'm not
song.
your boy toy, boy toy."
I know that our boy KJ Mack uses Kingdom Hearts music
Yes.
and
yeah.
has Kingdom Hearts
Yeah.
theming on his costumes.
Yeah. He's excited for our match against Shinsuke Nakamura. If that goes well, you might have a match at the Dome for the big network special.
Ooh.
But before that, he's arranged for us to fight an up-and-comer from a Japanese promotion to help shake off any jet lag. This is Shinsuke Nakamura, Chase. He's also on the flight and tells us we'll need our rest before we fight him. Shinsuke Nakamura was one of the pillars of New Japan Pro Wrestling, along with Tetsuya Naito, Kazuchika Okada, Tanahashi, that whole generation that really helped lift the company into the next era. It went through a huge slump in the 90s. It was lifted out of it. Tanahashi became the biggest star. And then these guys, I don't think I've written about this anywhere, but New Japan has a really interesting system for developing stars. You'll have your established stars, and then you will have your young boys who are basically wrestlers in training who will stand around the ring during the match and watch.
Huh.
They will hand people towels. They will all have the same like style. It's a bit like sumo. So all of these guys, Nakamura, Okada, Naito, they were all young boys at one point who came up together and developed their own style. Mr. Money in the Bank, AJ Styles, is on the flight and reminds us that SmackDown is the house that AJ Styles built. It's the thing he used to say.
Is he just like rattling his briefcase at us?
But AJ made his legend in Japan, and he learned that the audience there respects traditions like fighting spirit and hard-hitting matches, so you better bring it. There's one other tradition you need to know. On the first night, the rookie has to buy all the veterans dinner. Hope you brought your credit card, bitch. He doesn't say bitch. That didn't even write that.
I didn't know AJ Styles was a heel.
He's not.
Right.
He's big Billy Big Balls. He has been a heel. But right now he's not supposed to be.
Can we watch some Japanese wrestling over lunch?
I don't think you want that.
Okay.
They're all like an hour long.
Oh, never.
All my favorites.
Then show us your favorite WWE moments over lunch.
I'll show you a couple of promos.
Sly.
That night in Japan, Brian comes out on stage to introduce us to our first opponent on the tour. It's someone who's been creating. Oh, there's AJ Styles. And there's the cool loading screen of Shinsuke doing his signature pose where his kind of legs bent back. And Shinsuke's this like fascinating mix of like violence and like Michael Jackson and like, theatrical and yeah. So he's excited for you two to face each other for the very first time in Japan. Cole Quinn is revealed as our mystery opponent for the first night of the tour.
Oh, he's not changed his look. I thought he would have had a new look. Yeah.
The former rivals face off, and Buzz is buzzing to see his pal. They shake hands and the match begins. Cole has improved a lot, and it's a tougher fight than it was before. Buzz finds a way and slams home for the victory. After the match, he helps Cole to his feet. What started in high school gyms has now reached a new chapter here in Japan, says Michael Cole. Buzz raises Cole's hand and the crowd claps.
Hey, the boys are back together.
Yeah, so Cole is still wrestling in Japan.
Cool.
Backstage, Buzz is reading a wrestling magazine when Nakamura emerges and pulls it from our hands. It says you had a successful Japanese debut last night, but tonight you face the king of strong style in his kingdom, and you will be lucky to go back to America with all your teeth.
Ooh.
Does it really say that? Says Buzz. More or less. Nakamura leaves. Yeah. Nakamura is a wonderful wrestler who was WWE never really knew what to do with him after his initial debut. It was a huge surprise that he came over. He was like the first from that era in Japan to move over to America and be booked relatively seriously at first. Nakamura is all knee strikes, violent elbow strikes. His finishing move is he runs at you and like throws his knee into your face, basically. Which is, it's called the Kinshasa in America anyway, it's called that. In front of the hometown crowd, we somehow overcome the king of strong style. Nakamura picks up the microphone. You may have gotten the win tonight, but next time it ends differently. Knee to face.
Buzz just bores him into winning by recounting the entire history of Japanese wrestling. Nakamura just gives up.
Wait, am I boring you? So because of his excellent performances, Buzz is indeed booked on the network special. Brian has included us a match. It's now a three-way.
Nice.
Us versus Nakamura versus AJ Styles. AJ is a little bit disappointed the match has been diluted by the inclusion of the rookie. During the match, Nakamura kicks fuck out of us.
Oh my God.
That's such a good screenshot.
Yeah.
Before AJ, that's in Engine too, I think. Before AJ launches through the air, catching Shinsuke with the phenomenal forearm, taking him down. Buzz throws AJ out of the ring and pins Shinsuke. 1, 2, 3.
Whoa.
This is a career-defining win, says Michael Cole. But Graves says he stole the win from AJ. AJ confronts us in the ring before raising his hand in the Universal Wrestling badass symbol of friendship. Too sweet.
A llama.
And we llama. We can do it all as a three.
Is this really a thing that they do?
It started with Too Sweet started with a group called The Click in the 90s, which was Triple H and Kevin Hall and Nash and Shawn Michaels, who were a group of real-life buddies, and they would do this symbol. The NWO now took it, then Bullet Club took it. So it's nowadays known as Bullet Club, so when he was the leader of Bullet Club, and for a long time it was not allowed to be shown on WWE because it was the Bullet Club's thing. So even when Bullet Club guys came over to WWE, it was like, hang on, this is a really popular thing from another promotion that's still using it. We don't want to. We do our own thing, but nowadays they use it a bit more.
That's cool.
And it's a sign of real respect between AJ and us. Respect has been gained. Next week, back in the States, AJ congratulates us, telling us he would have done the exact same thing and he tells us that he's sorry for being a bit of a dick earlier, and he does actually like us. They too sweet again, and a Mr. John Cena walks past.
Da, 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 da.
Wait,
Here he is.
Why are we able to see him?
There it is.
I am a big John Cena fan.
Do I have to explain John Cena?
Yes.
Da, da, da,
Would you like to
da.
explain John Cena?
I like John Cena because he's cool and he sells lunchboxes and he actually, sincerely, what I like about John Cena is that he's excellent as Peacemaker, and most importantly, he has come out recently to talk about his hair transplant. And I appreciate men that talk about dealing with things that are not often talked about.
Correct.
The important
great.
issues, yeah.
The important issues. And also he has beef with The Rock or something, and I just think that's really fun.
So, John Cena, obviously the biggest American wrestler of all time from the early 2000s until this year, number one merch seller. When I was a kid, it wasn't very cool to like him when we were watching it, watching the product. But yeah, I don't really need to explain John Cena. Here he is giving a move back in the day. This maybe looks like 2008. 2009, 2010, maybe, to Randy Orton.
The father of notable internet celebrity Fred.
Yes, the doctor of thugonomics, main event man, big strong John, big strong boy.
That's his name, is main event man.
Yes, yes.
Is he actually an ex-Marine? Or is that just a character?
Honestly, I feel ashamed to say I can't remember. He was a bodybuilder when he came to WWE and started on their old school developmental brand, which was called FCW, Florida Championship Wrestling, which was their feeder before NXT back in the day. And people like Brock Lesnar, Batista, Randy Orton, John Cena, this kind of whole huge generation came through there. Yeah, he walks past us in the hall.
And he really likes his shorts.
He does. He loves his jorts.
That's not jean shorts. Those are cargos.
Usually he wore jean shorts.
It's
Yeah.
typically jean shorts.
there you
There they are, yeah. And it's a look, it's a choice.
Yes.
I personally, I'm a fan of jean shorts. I'm a fan of the jorts, personally.
I believe
You're
that
a
about
big
you.
Midwest emo person as well, aren't you? Here? Yeah. He sold more lunchboxes than anyone else. Yeah.
So cute.
He's a legend for a reason.
He's a wholesome
He was
cutie.
he was a solid wrestler, really good matches when he wanted to, and he cut a promo like almost no one else. He could be vicious on the microphone.
You know what? A great actor as well.
And a really good actor.
And a really
Yeah.
Yeah, great
Yeah.
comedic timing.
Yeah. That night, we beat singing pasty man Aiden English. As Buzz celebrates in the ring, the house lights flash green and John Cena's music hits. They couldn't get John Cena to do his lines for this, and it shows.
Oh, that's a real
All
shame.
respect and love to the voice actor. It's a fine performance, but John Cena has a very specific voice, and it's hard to. I won't be able to do it. So he grabs.
Give
the
us
mic.
your best.
He grabs the mic. Take it easy, partner. I can't do it. I'm not out here for a fight yet. I'm here because I've heard all the buzz. You got to see this guy blowing up on the indies. You got to see the guy who invaded NXT and stuck it to Triple H. You got to see this guy who won the US title and defended in an open challenge week after week. I wonder where he got the idea for that from. You got to see this guy who went to Japan and beat Nakamura and AJ in the Dome of all places. Now, most people would get caught up in all that, but not me. See, I've been around for a while, and so many times I've heard all the buzz, and when it comes time for me to see what's behind that buzz, it doesn't measure up. So I'm out here because I want to know, do you measure up, Buzz?
God, I know we were making fun of the name earlier. Buzz is such a good
I take it back. Yeah.
wrestling name because it works so well from both sides. Where
Yeah.
you can either hype up the Buzz,
Legitimately,
or you
there's
can
some really fun
be like,
writing.
you're just
Yeah.
Buzz.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's good. It's really fun.
There's no option to tell Cena to fuck off.
Boo.
So Buzz responds that while it may come across as arrogant, I measure up to every bit of the hype, but I also understands it's one of those need to experience it things. Buzz challenges Cena to a one-on-one at SummerSlam. They shake hands.
we're going to
Is Cena
SummerSlam.
the
The only thing
champion
I
at this
know.
point?
No,
No.
no.
Okay.
Buzz is the US champion.
Oh, I mean the WWE,
No,
the
no,
WrestleMania
no.
champion.
He wouldn't. He would. No. He's just floating about.
But what is?
He's just unemployed.
Don't worry. We'll see if people are champions. They'll have their titles.
Ah, okay.
Randy Orton is in the ring for that weird period where he had a full head of hair.
Oh, yeah.
In 2018. He's reminding the crowd that if anyone knows anything about immediate success in WWE, then it's him. He was the youngest world champion in history at the age of 24, and unlike Buzz, he didn't rely on cheap gimmicks or viral videos. I did things the right way, which is a hilarious thing to say because his gimmick was sort of surprising people and kicking them in the head.
I mean, he did just slither in slam us and leave.
Now, in real life, Randy Orton is kind of Mr. Anti-indie. He is like very vocal online about hating the style of indie wrestlers. He's like called out people on Twitter.
Oh, really?
Hates indie wrestlers, yeah.
Why?
Oh.
He thinks it's all flippy. Randy Orton's a very slow, methodical, traditional wrestler. He thinks it's too there's too much going on.
Too much
too
spectacle.
flashy. Yeah.
Right.
He's just old and wrong.
He works in the home of flashy wrestling. What does he mean?
Yeah.
And just don't look up all the people he follows on Instagram.
No.
These days, he says, if you get hot on the indies, show up, win a few matches, you get handed a main event match in one of the biggest shows of the year. I should be facing John Cena at SummerSlam, not you. Buzz emerges to cheers, and Randy tells him to fuck off. I could give you 100 reasons why I'm facing John Cena, says Buzz, but let me give you one reason why you're not, because we've seen that match over and over and over again. The WWE Universe wants something new, not Cena versus Orton part 589.
Some of these lines are legitimately quite good. Like, this is good beefing.
This is the only good one. Orton doesn't give a damn what the universe wants. Oh, yeah? Well, Buzz does. How about we give them a match they've never seen before, baby? Randy says he agrees.
What is happening?
But only I tried to explain this to Monty before. It's really hard to do a script for a wrestling game because essentially every wrestling game is you fight this guy for a couple of weeks, then you fight this guy for a couple of weeks, then you fight this guy for a couple of weeks.
Well, I mean, to be fair, that's wrestling in general.
Yeah, I'm having fun.
The flavor comes from the characters, which
Yes.
is absolutely coming across.
Good. Randy says he agrees if Buzz puts his match against Cena on the line, i.e., that's what they're fighting for.
Oh.
Do you want to shut up your critics, Buzz, or do you want another handout? During the match, Triple H arrives at the side of the ring, sledgehammer in hand.
Oh, no.
Sledgehammer.
Oh yeah, he used to carry a sledgehammer and hit people with it. He was more often associated in the early 2000s with
Concussions.
with a spade. Because people online said that he would use his big spade to bury younger talent. That was
Oh, Jesus Christ.
I mean, that's literally what he's trying to do in this game.
Yes, he has played up to that over the years, but legitimately, a few quite promising careers don't happen because of politicking backstage, and Triple H could politic with the best of them. I.e., you're a serious, like big guy on the roster. You get paid a lot of money. You make them a lot of money. You go to the boss. I don't really want to work with this guy. I just, I don't really like him. Suddenly, that's a career, not going to happen. So
Jesus.
that kind of thing would happen a lot.
So he plays favorites as well, I take it.
Well, yeah. So he comes out with the sledgehammer. Out of nowhere, AJ Styles appears and flies onto the game, knocking him prone.
I love that AJ's thing is flying.
Yeah.
AJ can fly.
He just materializes out of the air basically when you need him.
His
You see a wormhole open up in the middle of the sky and he just leaps out.
He's a Final Fantasy summons.
his theme song in TNA the lyric was "Get ready to fly." That was
Iconic.
yeah.
Going back to theme songs, does Buzz have a theme song?
I think you can pick it.
Oh.
It's probably a generic rocky sounding thing.
You can upload your own MP3.
You can do that on PC, not on console. So like you can download mods on PC where people can have their old theme songs and stuff, and because they're quite stingy in the games about letting you do stuff from the past. And if anyone leaves, they get very bitter about including stuff about them. Obviously, so
I would be modding in my favorite wrestler, Ladybeard.
I'd record my own.
there you go.
You'd be like, Buzz, 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 Buzz.
Play any instruments?
You know what? You know what I would put for Buzz? I just put a voice line of "You like jazz?"
Fuck's sake. So, Buzz being distracted, Orton notices and tries to go for the RKO. Buzz counters and hits Orton with the cock barrage and pins him.
Yes! Nothing can stop the cock barrage.
Do you think
Backstage.
that he's kept the name Cock Barrage after leaving Big Cock?
100%. Yeah, because you've got to hark back to your past and tell people where you come from.
Yeah, but like after the betrayal,
It's all about the legacy.
like they got rid of the cock handshake.
Yeah, but you make the legacy your own.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like he'd rename it, but I think that
Halfway through.
Neil's checking his watch.
we'll need to workshop on the name.
Backstage, Buzz thanks AJ for having his back. AJ says he knows you don't have many allies in SmackDown, but from now on, I've got your back. Cena walks up. I saw what you did out there tonight. That took guts. Buzz manages to insult Cena until he gets very offended and AJ has to calm things down. I didn't write it all out, but he's basically like, well, I'm going to show you nothing.
Corpo prick.
Cena, yeah, Fuck off. Cena decides that their match at SummerSlam will be a submission match. Buzz agrees before turning to AJ to say he needs to go and learn some submission moves because he doesn't know any.
But Neil, what is a submission match?
Great question, Chase. There are two traditional ways to win a wrestling match. Pinning your opponent's shoulders to the mat for a count of 3 by the referee or anyone wearing a stripy shirt.
Is that a thing that comes up as an audience member in a stripy shirt?
Replacement referees where a manager will run out, the referee gets knocked out, and a manager will run out in a stripy shirt and count it, and the bell rings. And
terrible.
so it's
And
a running
nobody
gag.
questions it.
Absolutely, yeah. So a submission is the other way to win, which is making your opponent tap out. So some wrestlers are very good at inflicting pain on their opponents until they have to tap out. Cena has, while not the most technical wrestler in the world, has a very well-known submission finisher, which used to be called the STFU.
Mm-hmm.
And when they went PG in the 2000s, it was changed to the STF. I've got no idea what it stands for. His other finisher, shut the fuck. Why did they? So his other finisher was the FU, which is the one you now know as the attitude adjustment. So they changed it from FU to AA, to attitude adjustment.
Why did they go PG?
Money.
Kids.
They so it's now moved away. It's no longer PG. It's now a kind of in between rating.
PG-13.
Maybe, yeah. It was in the 90s. They were all about attitude and rude jokes and like pushing things as far as they could. They couldn't say fuck every week, but like it was not for kids. Although obviously loads of kids did watch it. And then in the 2000s they went PG and they stopped swearing and they stopped. But yeah, so yeah, it's the STF.
I'd like to have a very funny. So on the side, in classic Chase fashion, Chase is googling things on the side.
That's what I'm here for.
Yeah.
Well. But so clearly my computer's listening because I've just gone on Netflix just to pull up this for later, and Royal Rumble is the first fucking thing on the Netflix page.
Do not watch it.
It's fucking listening to me.
It was not great. So AJ Styles has a submission move of his own called the Calf Crusher, and he agrees to teach it to Buzz.
Fun.
Ooh, Calf Crusher.
And we rename it to the Cock Crusher.
But I don't know. Were you gonna pull it out, crush it?
At SummerSlam, AJ is in our corner against Cena, and for some reason Triple H is there in Cena's corner. Why Cena has agreed to this, I don't remember if they make clear. They are not natural allies at this point. Cena is very much a good guy.
He likes respect.
He's just
Yeah.
not doing anything. He's not busy.
That's the worst t-shirt. That is the ugliest. Like, John Cena's had a lot of just really fucking ugly merch.
It's very bright colors always, especially during this period. Anything from like 2010 to now has been
we
bright
love
colors.
the bright shirt, the bright t-shirt. It's more this logo and just respect is big block text with a full stop.
His one of his catchphrases is hustle, loyalty, respect. He wears that on his armband. He comes out here every night with hustle, loyalty, and respect on his sleeve.
See, that works on a sleeve. I don't want it in the center of the t-shirt.
fair.
I think he's like won a record for the most Make-A-Wish
That's true.
things. Yeah.
He was
That's
or
okay.
is still
Great with
the
kids.
human being, not wrestler, the human being with the most Make-A-Wish requests.
Wholesome guy.
He's also almost certainly like deep-rooted Republican and is a very weird guy if you look into him in any personal detail. But as John Cena the wrestler, we love him.
I was about to say if John ever wants to come be a guest on the podcast, but maybe after that.
If John Cena wants to contact me personally, happily.
In a very dark period for WWE, there was a reality show that has been kind of, people now in a kind of camp way look back as it was a really good thing. At the time, people didn't like it. It was a show called Total Divas, which was an attempt to do like a reality show following some of the women of wrestling. And the Bella twins, Nikki and Brie Bella, one at the time was in real life with John Cena as a romantic partner. The other is still now married to Daniel Bryan. So there's this amazing scene where they have to go over to John Cena's for dinner, and he gives him his house rules, and it is the oddest thing in the world. Daniel Bryan's like this beardy little goat man who's had to put on like a dinner jacket, and he just wants to be home growing his vegan crops, which is what he does in his spare time in real life. And John Cena's there. Listen, this is my house, which means it's my rules. I expect the same respect as I'd give you to your house rules if I come and stay with you. That means at 10 p.m., the men retire to the smoking room. We have a cigar. The women can stay here, do what they want. If you're going to be up past 10 p.m., you need to let me know in advance. Okay? you're a guest here, but you will show us respect. And it's like totally sincere,
That
apparently.
is a spot on Cena. I'm sorry. I don't know if that will translate to the final, but I felt like I was in the room with him.
And Daniel Bryan is there looking at the camera like, what the fuck?
The thing is, Neil, you look like Daniel Bryan, but you turned into John Cena for 2 minutes there. I've got chills.
So yeah,
That moment will be getting clipped.
Yes.
Not for the content, just for Neil's voice.
Triple H is there. Cena gets Buzz in his submission, the STF, and we spy Triple H making for the bell to kind of do a screwy finish to the match. This is a reference to the Montreal Screwjob, where Bret Hart was leaving the WWE. He was in a fight with Vince McMahon. He didn't want to lose this match to Shawn Michaels. They agreed he wouldn't have to, and they would have another match in future. During the match, this really happened. Bret Hart thought he was going to win. They told him he was going to win. Shawn Michaels got him in a submission move. Vince McMahon came out and said, ring the bell. And Bret didn't know. And he obviously lost the match, lost his title. He spat in Vince McMahon's face. He punched him backstage and left for like 20 years and never came back.
That was not scripted.
Well, there were like 3 people who knew about it, that they were going to do this to him.
Oh, wow.
It's called the Montreal Screwjob. It's the most infamous moment, arguably, in one of the most, it didn't involve a death anyway. One of the most influential.
Hi, I'm sorry, what?
Oh yeah, people have died in the ring, really, in WWE, in really tragic circumstances.
What?
Yeah, Owen Hart, they made him do this stupid entrance where he came in a zip line. They hadn't checked it properly. He fell to his death on TV. Yeah,
like before his match even began?
As he entered, yeah.
Jesus
he came in on a
Christ.
zip line. They hadn't checked it, and he fell and died. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So this is a reference to the Montreal Screwjob. Vince comes out, Triple H comes out and goes, ring the bell, and AJ Styles fucking blocks him, and when he tries to move past, he kicks him. All of a sudden, Buzz rolls Cena into AJ's calf crusher, and for the first time in like 20 years, our little indie guy mate is the first person to make John Cena tap.
Not a chance.
Oh, we love video games requiring the player to win.
This is like your level 1 character beating Kiryu in his first fight, for reference.
John Cena does give Kiryu vibes.
He is a bit Kiryu. He's not quite
Kiryu
as dumb
coded.
as Kiryu. He's not as much as he looks like it. He's not a himbo. John Cena is not really a himbo. He's kind of quick-witted, which I don't think you could say about our favorite boy.
Yeah, you can.
Sure.
When does that happen in game 6, 7, or 8?
Whole time.
As Buzz celebrates in front of what must
I
be.
love Triple H in the background. They're just like,
Like I said, he is there his whole game in that position, basically. As Buzz celebrates in front of what must be a baffled crowd, Kurt Angle's music hits.
do we think that this entire time Triple H is actually Buzz's biggest fan and he's really just trying to set all this up
I mean, if this
to
were
bring him to the top?
if this were real life and these weren't characters, you know, he probably would be like, they'd have written this storyline because it's making the money, you know, it's yeah. Kurt Angle's music hits, which is a great theme song. Actually, you were asking me about theme songs. It's like dun 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 dun. And when he came out, Edge introduced this idea to the crowd, which still happens to this day, where the chorus of the thing is an instrumental that goes dun dun tch, tch, dun dun tch, and the crowd all chant, "You suck, you suck," but in a loving way nowadays. Kurt Angle comes out.
You suck at the T to victory.
There you go. Despite Triple H's best efforts to impede your progress, you've done pure brilliant, pal. And I want to see you on Raw.
Is Kurt Angle Scottish?
He's Glaswegian now. I'm trading you to Raw immediately. Oh, it's true. It's damn true. Which is one of Kurt's sayings. So we've done so well.
Doesn't get a choice. Doesn't care if you prefer SmackDown.
There you
You're on
go.
Raw. The
That is
big
how
cock's finally taking it Raw.
That is how it used to happen in storyline. Like, we've traded you for someone else. Yeah. So we're now on Raw. We obviously lost our US title, but we've beaten John Cena, and we are now on Monday nights.
We're gonna get whatever the fuck the title is here.
Monday night backstage.
Wait, question, because I don't fucking understand titles. I feel like there's like 5 bajillion titles.
Yeah, there's a lot of titles.
The US champion, is that like SmackDown's top title?
No. So that is, I mentioned earlier, the US title and the Intercontinental title, which you haven't seen yet, are like designed to be for the upper mid card. That's either for like up and comers or you know, for maybe your B tier talent. I'm not saying that they're B tier in terms of talent, but in terms of how they're presented. Maybe for people you want to give a title, but it's not the top world title. So there are 2 world titles, one on each brand, which we've not seen yet.
Okay.
Yeah. Kurt Angle welcomes us backstage on Monday. He asks if we want to sit back and observe on our first night, but that's not how we roll, baby. Expect to see Buzz later tonight. In the ring.
Those costumes, though. That's what I like.
In the ring, Miz and his entourage are hosting the 100th episode of Miz TV. Miz is the current...
I'm sorry. Okay,
Miz
yeah,
TV.
explain.
It's just a talk show. Miz, who's a bad guy who everyone loves, would just host Miz TV. And occasionally he'll interview people and it'll end in shenanigans. Right. Usually it's just promoting himself. And he's got his Miz-tourage and his wife Maurice.
You know what? I'll maybe a hot take. Unsure if this is a hot take. I really kind of tend to hate your classic wrestling outfits. You know, just the little briefs or the like tights. I hate it. I think they're boring.
He's wearing that underneath.
This is the kind of costumes I come to wrestling for.
He is wearing shorts and boots underneath.
You know what? That's if that's what you put on when you're in the ring, fine. You need a good costume
An entrance
for outside.
gear.
It's a badass black kind of trench coat thing with armored plating
extra.
on the arm, and
I could see him doing a Yakuza shirt pull.
I don't have a full explanation for Miz, but from memory I can give you a summary. Miz was like a real Mike Mizanin was a real life presenter on like an MTV show, and he joined WWE in the early 2000s in a kind of backstage capacity, and then he started a tag team with John Morrison. And he has slowly kind of risen up to the upper mid card. For years, he is like your arrogant A-list Hollywood heel.
Right.
He's better than everyone. He's a star. And he thinks he's better than everyone. Miz has got that problem now that I mentioned before, where he's been around for 20 years and no one wants to boo him anymore because everyone loves him. But yeah, at this point, he is your typical arrogant Hollywood heel. He's the A-lister. That's his nickname. And he's also the current Intercontinental Champion. Oh. The crowd boos and Miz demands respect. When my hand goes up, your mouths go shut. Do you know the kind of blood, sweat, and tears that go into making a production like this every week? No, because you've never made one episode of anything, let alone 100. Now, in honor of this achievement, I've put together a special documentary recapping the series' greatest moments that I'd like you all to watch for the next 10 minutes. Please turn off your cellular devices and enjoy.
Miz has shut up and gone, sorry everyone, I've made a whole movie, watch it now.
Buzz saunters down to the ring, and Corey Graves on commentary lets everyone know how disrespectful this is. Miz asks us what the hell we're doing here. Buzz says he's here to save the people from having to endure any more of this boredom. He wants to beat Miz for the Intercontinental title. Miz thinks we must have been inhaling too many fumes from our piece of shit van. Why would I give you a shot at my title? Scared I'll beat you before your show makes it to 101. You know what, says Miz, we haven't been properly introduced. I'm Miz, obviously, and this is my beautiful wife, Maurice, and then there's the Miz-tourage, Curtis and Bo. The Miz-tourage attack us, which Corey Graves says we deserve. Buzz is beaten up and the screen fades.
To be fair, Buzz did interrupt Miz's bit.
Cool.
So,
the screen fades. Next week, Raw is opened by hipster singing sensation Elias. Woo!
it's just a big wrestler man in the ring with a
he's
guitar.
a kind of 2008 hipster as well. It's very big, but
it's giving me if I had a beard.
I
see it.
We won't mention his twin brother Ezekiel, who definitely wasn't played by the same guy who appeared on TV a couple of years after this.
Right.
Where it's the storyline where Kevin Owens is going mad because he's the only person in the world who can see that they're clearly the same person, and the fans in the crowd are all playing along with it as well. He's like, you guys know that I'm a different guy, right? And the crowd's all like, yeah! And Kevin Owens is like, are you kidding me? It's great. But at this point, we've got Elias, and he was a bad guy. He would come out and he would ask the crowd, he has one question, what does WWE stand for? Walk with Elias.
Oh,
and then
fun.
he would do a rude song about the town he was in.
They're like, Chicago, you suck.
Yeah.
Right, okay.
Yeah. He sings, we got a new guy here named Buzz who got beat down by the Miz. And if you ask me, it's only a matter of time before he's out of the biz. He drives around in a crappy van. He's a lot like a homeless man. He reminds Elias a lot of all you dirt poor fans.
That bit didn't even rhyme.
It does, homeless man and fan. I
Oh,
just did
sorry.
the meter all wrong.
So I would like to point out that I do appreciate that the game's story here is commenting on the fact that wrestlers don't really get paid that much because we're clearly still living in our van despite being a champion.
Yeah. I think it's almost a pride thing for Buzz. Like, he fixed up the van a bit because it's his dad gave it to him. So, but yeah, he probably shouldn't be driving around in a death trap.
I really want Buzz to be like, my dad gave me that van. It's actually really
And you're disrespecting your dad.
Buzz comes out, and even Corey Graves is excited to hear the song end. Buzz tells Elias that his music is shite before Miz interrupts. Miz apologizes to Elias that his beautiful musical set was interrupted. This Luddite obviously doesn't appreciate art and culture. Miz challenges Buzz to fight the Miz-Taraj in a 2-on-1 match tonight. Buzz asks, why not add Elias into their team too? Yeah, so that's it. The referee accidentally gets knocked down.
Not with the guitar. No.
The referee gets knocked down and Miz throws Elias's guitar in the ring. During the confusion, Buzz gets a hold of it and smashes it over Elias's head, pinning him for the victory.
amazing.
Next week, Buzz fights both members of the Miz-Taraj in a 2-on-1 match, but through shenanigans, they cheat to make sure that Buzz doesn't get the qualification for the title shot. So basically, they have a match to decide if he's allowed to get a title shot, and they cheat to win. Buzz speaks to Kurt Angle. If Triple H and Miz aren't going to give him an opportunity, maybe he can make one of his own. I think I know someone we can call. We call our buddy Cole.
Woo!
He's still in Japan, but he did such a good job.
Has he just moved over to Japan Wrestling overall? Is that his thing now?
He's not in New Japan. He's in some unknown small promotion in Japan. And it was
Because Big Cock Wrestling shut down, remember?
Yeah.
True.
Yeah.
He's trying to start Big Cock's Japanese branch.
He did such a good job of making titles for BCW. Remember, he used to design them. Buzz wants to know if he can help design a title for Buzz. Cole says something on the other end, and Buzz says, yes, I promise to call you more often, not just when I need something.
Can you do that? Can you just come up with a random title?
He's just doing it. No, you can't, but he's just doing it.
Of course.
We tell Cole that this new title will only be defended in no disqualification matches. That's the thing with this title. And yes, Cole, we still have the lucky keychain.
Yes, it's going to be called the Buzz Belt.
He has been wearing it in every cutscene, to his credit. He misses his boy.
I'm going to explain this person in a minute, but backstage, we make friends with Sasha Banks, and we, yes, truly, and we get her to agree to help us with something. We don't find out what it is yet. Here's some sort of...
Oh, we're fighting in the changing room.
Oh, here's backstage. Here's us fighting the Miz-Taraj over the weeks.
Oh.
We cut away to another screen where we actually get to design our title belt.
Oh, wow.
Oh
Fun.
my God.
That's cool.
Next week, Raw kicks off with a very special episode of Miz TV. In the ring, dressed as Miz,
Is this
is
an actual
Buzz.
thing that happened?
What do you mean?
Did Raw actually tend to start with Miz TV?
I wouldn't always start with it, but it was a frequent segment, yeah. Like fake TV show segments are quite common. So you had Piper's Pit back in the day, which was Roddy Piper would host a TV show called Piper's Pit. Chris Jericho had a similar thing. And usually they're called segments, by the way. Every show is made up of different segments. These segments, which were often like an interviewer thing, would end in a fight or would end with someone going through the TV or someone, you know.
I guess it's a way to tell the stories that set up the matches.
100%.
Right?
Yeah, exactly. It's just a more inventive framing for a promo. So this is what Sasha was helping us with. She's parading as Maurice and we are dressed up as The Miz. But who is Sasha Banks? I am not exaggerating, and fuck you if you disagree. Sasha Banks is one of the most important wrestlers in history. By the 2000s, the majority of women's wrestling on TV had become extremely misogynistic, with the entire female wrestling division was renamed the Divas Division. They were given a title that looked like a butterfly. Matches were usually given less than 5 minutes on pay-per-views.
I hate this.
It wasn't uncommon to see bra and panty matches on weekly TV, and WrestleMania 25's all-women battle royal ended with comedy male wrestler Santino Marella winning the whole thing.
What?
Yeah, it was very bad.
That's
it was
brutal.
like it was one of those things about the
Christ.
2000s where it was almost worse than it was in the 90s and the 80s. Like there had been a lot of misogyny then, but there were legitimate female wrestlers who put on great matches. In the 2000s, it was less than a side thing. There are a lot of women who are important to the change that came in the last 15 years. Beth Phoenix, AJ Lee and Paige were all trailblazers in their own way.
Paige is from the movie, right?
Paige had a movie made about her story called
seen
Fighting
that.
With My Family. It's very, very good. It's very
it's a
funny.
good
A very inspiring story. English wrestler Paige, better known to some as Soraya. She, in particular, of the three we've talked about, was known for like railing against the idea of divas on TV. Changes began in earnest in NXT with the rise of the four horsewomen: Bayley, Charlotte Flair, Becky Lynch, and Sasha Banks. Their phenomenal matches and memorable
Obsessed with
feuds.
this outfit.
Yeah, she's
We
great.
love some chains.
I mean, yeah. And this one
Also
of Becky
her
Lynch is
makeup.
one of the most iconic wrestling images of the past 20 years.
Her nose is busted. She's bleeding.
Very badass. Yeah, so their excellent matches and memorable feuds saw women's wrestling matches become the main event of pay-per-views. All four became some of the biggest stars of the last 10 years and have all main evented huge shows. Women's wrestling, sure as shit, ain't perfect in WWE, but Sasha Banks was foundational in redefining the landscape. We now have the Women's Royal Rumble every year, and as I say, we have seen women's title matches be the main event of major shows.
Slay.
Do they do
These are the four horsewomen back in the day when they were on NXT together.
Do they do cross-gender fights?
Intergender wrestling is a big thing in every other promotion in the world, almost, apart from New Japan. It doesn't really happen in New Japan. But almost every other promotion has an intergender wrestler. WWE has always been very funny about it. Because it used to just be in WWE, a bad guy would beat up a woman on TV.
Gotcha.
And I think nowadays they have this idea that it's promoting violence against women. Whereas
I mean, fair.
intergender wrestling done properly is just two athletes going at each other, and it's fantastic. You do get it in other promotions, but not at this point in WWE. It has started happening a little bit more. Like, you can do it for years. You couldn't even do it in the video games; they wouldn't let you, but you now can.
Does the women's division have its own titles as well?
Its own titles, and for a long time it was the Divas title. But now they have a World Heavyweight Championship, an Intercontinental Championship, Tag Championship.
Okay, so they're still the same names, though.
Yeah, it's the same names. Cool. It has probably slipped down the card a little bit, but this has given rise to like all the people we talked about: Io Sky, Rhea Ripley, like honest to God household names now. You know, that is largely due to the efforts of lots of people, but in particular, the four horsewomen were a huge driving factor, and Sasha Banks was probably one of the two biggest of them. She since left WWE and now wrestles as the belt collector Mercedes Moné for AEW. She's like the biggest,
it's a good name,
first or second biggest female wrestler on AEW.
The belt collector,
one of the top stars. Yeah. So back to the ring.
Also, before we move, this is the single most 2000s image I've ever seen. This is giving so early.
It's probably not. It's probably like, I'm going to say this is like 2012.
It's giving 2001.
It looks like a 2001 shitty pop
Maybe
group
later.
that's got one good song.
Yeah.
Not to undermine these four brilliant women, but like, yeah, that's what the picture looks like.
Yeah. Yes. So that's why I say one of the most important wrestlers of all time. So back to our segment. Behind them is our new title hidden under a velvet sheath. We grab the ring. I am the Miz, and this is my lovely wife, Maurice. Say something to the audience, Maurice. He holds out his microphone briefly before pulling it away. That was wonderful, honey. You truly bring so much to the table and are certainly not just window dressing whose sole purpose is to follow me around town to town, ironing my Matrix cloak dress.
Is that actual dialogue?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. When my hand goes up, your mouth goes shut. When my right foot goes in, your right foot goes out. When my right foot goes in, you shake it all about. You do the stupid Miz dance and you turn yourself around. And that's what it's all about. 'Cause I'm the Miz and I'm awful. I should have pointed out earlier, the Miz used to say, I'm awesome. Yeah.
Should have known that would backfire. Someone would turn it into awful, to be fair.
Miz's music hits and the superstar comes out to the stage. He said we're not funny and he's this close to dialing 911 for 2 counts of character assassination. Buzz tells him to relax. This was just a bit of fun before unveiling his big title. So, the crowd do not seem enthused by this choice. We explain we've been forced into this situation. Miz says that it's sad that we created our own title. Miz turns to camera and says, what do you think this is? WWE 2K19?
Awful.
The crowd cheer at this.
Oh God.
This isn't pretend time. We unveil our new title, which Santos here has beautifully designed. It has you'll see it more clearly later. It has a flame design and a wolf howling at the moon in the middle.
Fun. I love you can make your own. This is really fun.
What would your belt look like, Neil?
Just a picture of Neil.
Cock.
Like a big cock.
It's playing homage.
I love the Intercontinental title that is in this game with the white belt, and it's a little bit thinner than the world title. I've got lots.
Is it the same belt every year, or do they?
No, they update it. Not every year, but it does get updated. They get facelifts every so often. Belts get combined as well. Sometimes if there's too many belts, for example, there used to be a European title and there was a European champion, a US champion. They had a match and it got combined into the US title.
I've always been confused by that because I would have thought on one hand it'd be like a trophy where you get the trophy for that year, but in the other, I know I've definitely seen like people coming in and stealing the belts.
Yeah.
So
in storyline, there is only one of those belts, and the winner gets to keep it. In reality, production have probably different replicas and things like that.
well, I mean, the wrestler wants one to hang on their wall at home.
But the wrestler also, the main belt, the TV belt they call it, the highest quality one, they legitimately have to carry that around town to town. There was a joke earlier about carrying it. A wrestler has a suitcase and they go from town to town traveling, and it's a pain in the ass when they get this big heavy title that they have to also have in their luggage. It's kind of a known thing. Miz says we're pathetic, and he brings out Elias for a title shot for our new title. Buzz begins to explain that this new title can only be defended under certain conditions. What? Says Miz. Like it'd only be defended in high school gyms, or there can't be more than 200 people in attendance? We explain this title can only be defended in no disqualification matches. Anything goes. Given this condition, we murder Elias with a variety of weapons, leaving him a bloodied, ruined shell.
Aw, you're learning from me.
A week later, Miz is in the ring complaining about how badly we behaved, arriving on his show, insulting him and his wife, and creating his own title. So yeah, I really like this white strap Intercontinental title. Mm-hmm. The Intercontinental title is often referred to as the workhorse title. You often see very gifted wrestlers who do a lot of matches, the kind of workhorses. They will often get this belt. Forcing poor Elias into a match he wasn't prepared for. Miz is finally taken our bait, and at Hell in the Cell, he's challenging us. He's going to show us why he holds the real gold. Next week, Hell in a Cell. We're not actually in a Hell in a Cell match. It's just the Hell in a Cell pay-per-view, I'm afraid.
Okay.
At Hell in a Cell.
That'd be disappointing to tune in for.
Well, it does happen at the pay-per-view, but there are like 10 matches. We're just one of the matches that night. It is probably a mistake for them to have named events after one type of match, to be honest, apart from the Royal Rumble, maybe. We beat Miz very easily. Here we are, picking him up, putting him down.
Grabbing him by the booty.
Michael Cole points out we are the first superstar to simultaneously hold the Intercontinental and Buzz titles.
Way, the Buzz title.
Backstage, right after the match, the new double champ is forced to retire one of the belts because he can't hold both. And for some indescribable, amazing reason, YouTube walkthrough creator Santos X07 chooses to vacate the Intercontinental title and remain the Buzz champion.
What do you mean you get a choice?
You get a choice in game. You get to choose. So obviously they want you to be like, well, obviously I made this one up as a joke to get this one. But nope. Santos, you legend, wherever you are.
Icon.
Thank you for that. Kurt says he'll give us the rest of the night to celebrate with both titles.
What? I'll give you a night together. With Buzz and his Buzz belt.
Next week on Raw.
Do they do that? Do they do like actual like TV?
You click X for next week. No, it's not as cool as that. That would be great.
Boo.
Next week, the holder of the Buzz belt, Buzz, is stopped in the corridor by Jason Jordan. He wants to get a picture with us because we're wrestling.
The close up on the belt.
We're wrestling tonight.
Oh.
And he says, "Oh, is this a memento?" He goes, "Yeah, it's a memento for when I beat you and I get that title. That's a keeper. I'll text you the pic."
You know, the second that anybody besides Buzz wins that belt, though, they're destroying it.
Yeah.
Like, they're not going to keep it.
It doesn't work.
They're just going to trash it.
That's why this was such an amazing choice by Santos, because this makes why would anyone want to go for this title? So
who do we think in Santos' world has just now taken the Intercontinental? Has it gone back to Miz, or is it somebody else now?
So, Buzz says he already knew they were having a match tonight because Kurt texted him about it. And Jason Jordan says, "Kurt texts you? God, he never texts me back." Because at this point in storyline, this is Jason Jordan. At this point in storyline, he is the illegitimate son of Kurt Angle.
I beg your pardon?
they ran a storyline where this is American Alpha, made up of Jason Jordan and Chad Gable. They were big on NXT. They came up to the main roster. A really good tag team, actually. Both like ex-wrestlers, both, great physical athletes. And they ran this illegitimate child storyline where it was like, Kurt has a son. And you might notice that Chad Gable looks a lot more like Kurt Angle than Jason Jordan. But just to be different, they said that it was Jason Jordan. That then got forgotten about. So no longer. Jason Jordan now works backstage at WWE in a production capacity. Now, Chase, I hear you asking, you see you putting your hand up and you're wondering, what happened to Chad Gable, the other half of that tag team? Well,
not the question I had, but let's answer that one first.
I'll answer. A couple of years ago, he returned as El Grande Americano, an immortal Mexican wrestler who was definitely not Chad Gable.
And who was definitely Mexican.
Who drank from the Fountain of Youth and has been wrestling for over 100 years in Mexico.
You know what? Iconic mask, though. I'm obsessed with that mask.
Until... about a year ago, when a different wrestler started showing up as El Grande Americano, taking his place, culminating at the Royal Rumble this year, when original El Grande Americano and new Grande Americano met in the ring. anyway, where were we?
That's so funny. How often do you have luchadors in American wrestling?
So it wasn't so much a thing until the 90s, and suddenly you had... people, Rey Mysterio was the big one. Rey Mysterio is you cannot overstate his importance for the fact that we now have quite a lot on the roster. So now we've got people like Rey Fenix, Penta, Dragon Lee. There are lots of luchadors now on the roster, and that is really because of Rey Mysterio.
Nice. Back to the question I did actually have. Going back to my next technical, am I priming myself to go home and inevitably now hyper focus and go just watch WWE for the rest of the night when I get home?
I wouldn't recommend it. It's as a
Fuck you, I'm gonna do it.
As a weekly commitment. 5 hours a week, is it? 6 hours a week of WWE TV, which moves at a glacial pace. Half the matches are quite dull, and I would say once a year they remember how to tell a long-term story. The rest of the time they just drop things.
Your ability to retain so much knowledge about sports is insane to me, because you're also a big football fan, and you could easily describe like the entire work professional careers of like half of Liverpool's team to me, if not all of them, and other footballers. And then like we're asking you questions right now that if the roles were reversed, I'd have to be frantically Googling shit to answer half of these questions.
It's just my it's
just
always been my thing. And it's funny to be, and so many fans of the product will tell you the same thing, or not fans, people who just know a lot about it. You know, you don't even really enjoy WWE. I don't watch it. I don't watch the product. I don't watch it week on week. I'll tune in for big shows and I kind of keep myself aware of things. I watch AEW on a more regular basis, and I went through a big period in the 2015s of watching New Japan at its kind of peak. But yeah.
No, so my question is how often are they introducing new titles? And then when it's a new title, you're not getting it from somebody. How do the original title holders get?
If you actually look at how often it happens, it's probably every couple of years, but it feels too frequent sometimes. And you get a lot of, like I said, titles combining, and then they will introduce new titles. We're gonna see a title later on in this, which is the main title, or the biggest title we're gonna go for, that no longer exists because they realized it was stupid. So traditionally, like I said, there has always been a world title, a world heavyweight championship, and a WWE championship. That way you can keep a top star on each show. But they do occasionally introduce a new one.
Because then like the big shows have their own titles, right? Like there's a SummerSlam title and there's a
no.
Oh, is there not?
No. So your WWE championship will defend his WWE championship at the big shows.
I see.
So that's there's one for each track. There is one title.
Why do they not have like one title for the entirety of the WWE across all tracks?
Because the rosters are so huge. Because you have like 50 people, 70 people on each show. It's already really hard to get everyone on television and give them storylines. It's impossible to give them all storylines. And to add a bit more credibility to your like middle of the card up and comers, you have multiple titles. But if you think about it, it's not that strange in boxing or MMA. you will have multiple titles in a promotion because of weight classes. That's more to do with weight classes. You will have a welterweight title, a light heavyweight, a heavyweight, a featherweight. You will have all these different title belts. So there's never just one champion. But much like in WWE, it tends to be the bigger guys, the heavyweight championship, that are the most, I suppose, followed in those combat sports. But yeah, lots of titles.
I'm enjoying being educated.
Including the most important title, the Buzz Belt, which we obviously we obviously defend. We beat Jason Jordan on Raw, but as we're celebrating, the screen flickers and is taken over by violent, disturbing images. Lights flicker out, and Bray Wyatt appears on the screen.
Oh,
okay.
Am I meant to know who that is?
Well,
I do.
I'm gonna explain Bray Wyatt, and it's a tough explain for anyone listening along.
I like his t-shirt.
For a very sad reason. Bray Wyatt debuted on Tough Enough and then NXT as Husky Harris, which was an unfortunate stint, and it was a very unremarkable stint. And then he disappeared quietly back to developmental, where he rebranded as Bray Wyatt. In 2013, he would debut in the main roster as the crazed leader of a bayou-dwelling cult, the Wyatt family.
I love it.
Initially with Luke Harper, who passed away in 2020 tragically, and Eric Rowan by his side. He would run a tear through the roster, unsettling and amazing audiences with his haunting promos and mind games and quick-witted in-ring thinking. Bray was at times like an honest-to-God supernatural character in a time where that wasn't common anymore. Back in the 90s, you had a lot of like demons and devils and ghosts, but they kind of moved away from that as a product. Bray was the last bastion of that, and a lot of people saw him as the kind of natural heir to the Undertaker's throne. Like the Undertaker by this point was close to retirement, and you had this very spooky, threatening guy who would cut these bizarre and twisted promos. The Wyatt family's feuds with The Shield, who you might know, and Evolution throughout this period, 2014-ish, were fantastic. And despite spotty booking when he had a solo career, Bray was beloved by many. Bray Wyatt, real name Wyndham Rotunda, passed away in 2023 at age 36 due to complications with COVID. This rocked the wrestling world, and I'm extremely glad that we get to enjoy this spooky Bray storyline in the game. He was, by all accounts, a bloody good bloke.
Are you going to touch on his special move?
We'll probably touch on it. Yeah,
that's fine.
So Bray was interesting. He's obviously a bigger guy, and he had these very interesting movements in the ring. So he would like go backwards on all fours, like this sort of creepy spider, like the ring, and he would kind of walk towards his opponents. His finishing move was called Sister Abigail, who was this kind of character in the break. He had this weird ghostly kind of character in the Brainiverse called Sister Abigail, who would give him visions and things. And Sister Abigail, he kind of bends a wrestler back over his knee and sometimes kisses them on the forehead before like slamming them back against the ground.
I love it.
Really cool.
Yeah, we love and miss Bray Wyatt.
Where is my Resi 7 mod that replaces that family with the Wyatt family?
It's very Resi 7. Yeah, for sure.
Interestingly, something I didn't write down here, this black masked sheep in the background is a debuting Braun Strowman, who we met right at the start of the game, the big monster. For a while, he was under Bray's control, and Bray would, over the years, kind of take a lot of people in under his culty influence, including Daniel Bryan. That was the kind of start of the peak of the Yes movement when Daniel Bryan broke himself free of Bray Wyatt's control. That was a huge storyline. So he was so important in so many people's kind of rise. And he pops on the screen. Do you hear that buzz? It's the sound of the cicada emerging after years of slumber from their underground existence, just as you have emerged from the underground and made your presence known. Unfortunately for the cicada, when it tunnels its way to the Earth's surface, it only has mere weeks to live before it is eaten by a predator. Well, I am that predator, for I am the eater of worlds, and you should have stayed underground, my friend, for now I am coming for you. The buzzing sound of cicadas fills the arena as Bray laughs maniacally.
I love him.
Next week, after beating Kurt Hawkins, Bray appears again on the screen. Do you hear that? It's the sound of the insects buzzing all round us. But unlike you, they serve a purpose. My fireflies light up the night so maggots can seek out and dine on rotten flesh and waste. So fireflies were Bray's fan base. So during his entrance, all the lights would go out and everyone in the arena would get their torches out and their phone, and the whole arena would light up with this kind of magical little dots all over it.
So cool.
Yeah. But now you're simply a parasite, feeding off everyone you encounter and give nothing in return. Your lineage itself was built on someone whose sole purpose was to leave death in their path, to exterminate. And I find that amusing, because that is exactly what I'm going to do to you, Buzz. At TLC, you can leave your precious title at home. I'm not concerned with that trivial ornament. What I am concerned with is your demise, your extermination.
Awesome.
And Buzz grabs the mic and says, I'm not going to stand here and let you play mind games with me. What I will do is accept your challenge for a match at TLC. TLC stands for Tables, Ladders, and Chairs. It is a match type, which we'll talk about a bit more later. But
It is. It's one of the few match types I am familiar with, yes, but I will have you explain it when we get
Give
there.
him the chair, etc.
Yeah.
It is the iconic
Or get the
one
tables in the
to
case of the
non-WWE
Dudleys.
fans. I'd say it's probably the most known to non-actual fans.
Bray laughs, and a projected image of maggots wriggling underfoot is projected.
Cool.
And he's sort of laughing away in the background.
Is Bray forgetting that this is the man in the bug van? He's going to exterminate them. He's going to exterminate.
I think he's trying to make that point, but yeah, you're not going to scare him like this. He's like, yeah, this was my dad's whole deal.
He's got the license plate. It says Bugs Be Gone.
Backstage, we kind of start becoming friends with Bayley, who's one of the four horsewomen. Nowadays, Bayley is a much more aggressive character. She's not a big deal in this game, unfortunately. But at the time, Bayley was the hugger. She was Miss Positivity. They're like, those wacky waving inflatable arm tube men. They would pop up at her entrance and she would come out and do a big dance to it. And she would hug people. And she was all about positivity.
So in some ways, the female John Cena.
A lot. No. John Cena always presented himself as like a badass. Like he was Mr. like kids, but he would do a rap to your face about how he'd slept with your mom. He would like,
Okay.
Bayley nowadays would do that. Bayley at this point would not have done that.
I see.
Yeah. So backstage, we run into Matt Hardy. This is a big one to explain. Ask any kid in the early 2000s who their favorite tag team were. It was an almost certain fact they would tell you it was the Hardy Boys. Also, what are you laughing at?
It's given.
Yeah, I know the Hardy Boys.
Get back to Tumblr, you emo little vampire freaks.
This is Matt and this is Jeff.
I love them.
They're brothers. They're from North Carolina.
I love them.
Chase, I'm sorry to say that this is giving me Chase high school energy. This is what I imagine you were.
That's correct.
For anyone listening along, this is one of the classic looks where Jeff has got these were like tights that he would put like cut holes of and pull up his sleeves. They're both wearing the kind of almost see-through tops and the baggy skater jeans, and they both got the dyed long slick back hair.
To be so clear, this is like the dream of what I wish. Like, when I was laughing, I love this.
These guys were hugely important tag team at a time when tag team wrestling was really good. Matt and Jeff lit up the scene as...
I've noticed you keep saying, for basically every type of wrestling, when it was good, is wrestling not good these days?
No, not at all. I think wrestling, the standard of wrestling is at a very high point right now. I think it is... I think in terms of quantity of talent on TV across all of the promotions, I don't think it's ever been better. I don't think it's ever been better than it is right now. But how successful something is often how it's presented and how it's booked, not necessarily how talented the people are. And tag team wrestling is something that promotions really struggle with. They struggle to maintain because you need you need double the wrestlers to have a big scene. You need a lot of commitment in writing the feuds. And it has gone through peaks and troughs, really deep troughs. But at this point, when these guys came on the scene, it was actually on SmackDown. They were involved in some of the best wrestling of the time, and it was tag team focused.
Were they like explicitly tag team fighters?
Yes, at first
they would never fight.
They would the odd week, but they were, if they were on a big show, they were the Hardy Boys.
Okay, because I know that at least in the few matches I've seen these days where they still have the tag teams, it's just it seems like they've kind of thrown together two randoms.
Often that can be the case. We have got some good tag teams at the moment. Io Sky and Rhea Ripley are a great tag team. They've been together for quite a long time, but this was a peak for a lot of people. So they lit up the scene as daredevil underdogs, both high-risk, high flyers with a willingness to go to the extreme, alongside the Dudley Boys. This is one of the Dudley Boys here. And Edge and Christian, who you might know. You you'll know Edge, presumably. They pioneered new and exciting tag team matches like tables, ladders, and chairs. So they were in the first TLC match, and Matt and Jeff were just insane. They were just do anything to win.
Never mind them. It's the guy on the table I'm worried about. I think they'll be fine.
It's Bubba Ray, I think, on the table. While Matt was a great wrestler, there was no denying his brother Jeff was the more popular of the two. Jeff was that little bit crazier. You can find clips of him throwing himself off like 30-foot ladders and flipping in the air before crashing down on opponents. This, combined with his colourful hair and eccentric face paint, was always going to make him a bigger star.
That's the one on the right there.
That's Jeff, yeah. So was always going to make him a bigger star. And sure enough, despite being in one of the greatest tag teams of all time, Jeff would indeed go on to have a great singles career, winning major titles. As people have said, in 2008, Jeff Hardy was more popular than Obama. However, the two would come back together across different promotions when they left WWE. They're still both wrestling today, but they experienced an unexpected spike in popularity when, in 2016, Matt Hardy reintroduced himself to the world as Broken Matt Hardy.
Oh,
compared to his
I hate that outfit.
You would love Broken Matt Hardy. Compared to his,
I might have just hate the outfit.
Compared to his somewhat dry former self, sometimes Broken Matt was utterly mad, speaking in a bizarre accent that sort of combined English, South African, really weird. He had his hair puffed out. This odd outfit, and giving speeches about how his foes were obsolete and needed to be deleted.
You're right, I do like him.
I have never heard of Broken Matt Hardy. I need to see this immediately.
Jeff, he would eventually recruit Jeff. They would have a feud. This was I think it was in TNA. They would have a feud to, because Jeff was like, come back to the way you were. But Matt wins, and he reintroduces Jeff as Brother Nero, who's like got dark hair and is all kind of like, but yeah. And then eventually they would return to WWE. Jeff would leave, and Matt's still there as now. At this point, I think he's called Woken Matt Hardy, but he's basically the same. Matt Hardy is in the hallway, fiddling with a violin bow and chuckling to himself. Yes. Buzz asks what he's doing. I'm rosining my violin bow, as one does. I cannot do the voice, I'm sorry, folks. We ask him if he has any advice for facing Bray. We know they've fought before. Brother Buzz, are you woken?
Is he a preacher?
I don't think so.
You're giving Southern preacher
vibes
right now.
It's hard not to, because he is Southern, but he punctuates his language and it changes every sentence, so it's really hard to do.
Just makes it up as he goes along.
I don't think so. If one is not woken, there is no hope in combating a force such as the monster you speak of. And even I, who is supremely woken, have lost many battles to him in the Great War.
Sweet fucking.
So this is Woken Matt Hardy, not Broken Matt Hardy.
Yeah, they're basically, think of them, there's no point of distinguishing them in your head. Just keep them at the same. So how do I become woken? That is like asking how your vessel breathes the air. It must materialize on its own, or there is a technique of jaunting to the multiverse. But all this rosining about and dispensing of wisdom has given me much weary. I must retreat to my quarters. Good evening, compatriot. He leaves, having dispensed his invaluable advice. We will come back to Matt, don't worry.
Sorry, Woken Matt Hardy basically just told Buzz that he's like an energy vampire and he needs to leave. This conversation has drained me and I need to be away from you.
Backstage, Bray Wyatt attacks us from behind. We return fire and the battle rages to the parking lot. Buzz strikes Bray into his van, but Bray quickly recovers, smashing Buzz's face into the concrete floor with Sister Abigail. Some careless bugger has left a can of petrol lying about, and Bray douses the bug van. He pulls out a lighter and sets Buzz's home alight,
Nice.
dropping to his knees as the flame engulfs our long time home on wheels.
But his dad gave him that van.
Backstage at TLC, Buzz arrives, presumably having Ubered here. We speak with Bailey, who we saw last week, and Finn Balor. Balor has fought many battles with Bray in the past. So Finn Balor, I've mentioned him previously. He's an Irish wrestler, real name Fergal Devitt, who wrestled in New Japan under the name Prince Devitt. He was the real shooter of New Japan and was the first leader of the Bullet Club. So very important character. He came over to NXT. He was the NXT champion, and he rose up the ranks. He is now having a bit of a resurgence. He languored around in the mid card for so long, and everyone wanted more for him. But he's a badass. He's also got this other side to him that WWE used to show, which is the Demon. So he's known as the Demon King, and during serious matches where it all looks like hope, he's got no hope, he will come out as the Demon, where he's got this elaborate face paint. And it's a kind of side of himself that that he doesn't bring out very often, and he usually wins. But that's another thing. He tells you that to beat the Eater of Worlds, you need to dig down and find a violent place deep within yourself. Shouldn't be hard considering what he did to you. Bailey asks if you would like a hug and says she's sorry about your fan. She's worried about us, but Buzz says the only one who should be worried is Bray. She leaves us. Buzz is in the locker room psyching himself up when suddenly the room starts to fill with sickly green gas. Buzz collapses, blacking out, and Bray emerges wearing a gas mask and carrying...
What the fuck is happening? This isn't even wrestling. He's just actually
Wyatt.
committing crimes now.
This is like 90s wrestling, 2000s
He's just committing
wrestling.
actual crimes.
Wearing a gas mask and carrying his famous lantern. He leans down over our body, tossing our title to one side before dragging our unconscious frame away. Buzz wakes up. It's night. We're in the woods. Scene illuminated by car headlights.
What the fuck is happening?
Behind us is a rickety wooden house. Buzz sees two ghoulish, zombified figures, one with a sledgehammer and one a red masked man with a bat. Buzz follows the masked man.
Is he scarecrowing him right now?
It's the masked man.
No, you're absolutely right. He's been scarecrowed. Confronting him, the figure slowly turns around. The mask is twisted, looking almost demonic, the smile wider. And visible sprigs of dirty blonde hair like straw are poking up from under the mask. The figure is covered in dust and raises his bat. The fight begins, and as he swings at us, we hear ghastly screaming from behind the mask. Buzz steals the bat and beats the shit out of him, eventually knocking the zombified Baron Blade figure out.
Oh.
From behind, the spectre that was Triple H knocks us down with the hammer. His skin is green and rotting, a crown sitting atop his head.
God, that's cool.
He drags our carcass away and we hear screams again. When we come to in front of the house, Bray Wyatt is standing above us. We get to our feet and strike. Managing to maneuver Wyatt to a nearby tractor, we hit him with a big 2x4 that's lying around until he's unconscious, which I'm sure will not give him brain damage. Wyatt goes down hard, but gets up before smacking our head against the house. Eventually, we wear him down and he falls again. Buzz picks up a nearby petrol can and douses the front of the house before lighting it aflame.
Honestly, valid crash out.
Sure hope there weren't any people in there.
Valid crash out.
We collapse, exhausted. Next week on Raw, the doctor is checking us out. Buzz is sore and can only remember fragments of what happened. Kurt says it could be a side effect from the gas. Kurt says we need to wait for Buzz to fully recover, and Triple H is taking advantage, using the no-compete clause to strip Buzz of the Buzz title.
I'm sorry, is Bray Wyatt not getting investigated?
Nah, just doing his thing.
Was that real? Or was that a gas hallucination? Is Bray Wyatt dead now?
This is something called the no-compete clause, which is often used in storyline where they need to strip a title from someone. They'll say, you couldn't defend it for more than 30 days, so that entitles us to take the title off you. So Buzz is no longer the Buzz title.
This would be a lot more impactful if he was losing the Intercontinental.
No, it's the Buzz title.
He's now no belt Buzz.
Weeks later, Buzz is welcome back after recovering. We are scheduled in for a tag match against The Bar. The Bar was a tag team with Sheamus, who you might know, Irish wrestler,
Big
and Cesaro, also known as Claudio Castagnoli, phenomenal Swiss wrestler, very underrated. They were a great tag team for a while. They were that classic tag team, enemies to lovers. They wrestled together while hating each other, refusing to tag each other in and stuff, and then became a really great team. Buzz has a choice of tag partners, Monty, and I'm very pleased to say that one of these choices is Goldust.
My fave! There he is.
Oh my god.
Hello, Goldust.
What is this?
The scuttlebutt around town is that you're looking for a co-producer tonight. I have 2 words for you. Buzz Dust. Or it could be Gold Buzz.
Dust.
As a partner, I aim to please, so it's your call.
Of course, we're choosing Gold Dust, right?
I'm very pleased to say that
Oh
Santos
my
chooses
God.
Gold Dust.
Yay.
Let's go.
So to Christ, explain Gold Dust a little bit. I mentioned Dusty Rhodes had another son. Cody Rhodes is the face of the company right now. This is his half brother. There's about 25 years age difference between them. Maybe not that much, maybe 20 years. And this is Dustin Runnels, better known to a lot of people as Gold Dust. In the 90s, he debuted as a shocking, psychosexual, quite homophobic kind of depiction of it was sort of using queerness as a way to frighten the male wrestlers there. Problematic as it may have been, Goldust was legitimately seen by a lot of people as representation for gender bending, for like queerness and BDSM on TV. It definitely pushed some envelopes in the wrong direction, but a lot of people love Goldust. And then he returned, a much more sanitized version of Goldust returned in more recent years. And he is now wrestling in AEW, but no longer as Goldust, as Dustin.
Is he actually Cody Rhodes' half brother?
Yes.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. Which has led to some amazing storylines. Because Dusty Rhodes, their dad, who's one of the most legendary wrestlers of all time, was not always the best dad and was on the road a lot. So there was all this legitimate resentment about how much more attention Cody got as the youngest brother when their dad had retired.
There's so the only two kind of sources of wrestling knowledge I have, Chase, is primarily Neil, but also Super Eye Patch Wolf's videos on them.
Incredible. You
Super
need
Eye
to watch
Patch
that
Wolf.
video.
After this, if you want to learn more about Cody Rhodes, watch Super Eye Patches Wolf's latest video on Finish the Story. And I won't tell you more. I was crying by the end of it.
Cody Rhodes is not in WWE at this point. They're just beginning to form what would become AEW. Anyway, after tonight, they will never forget the name Buzz Dust or Gold Buzz. It's totally your call.
Buzz Dust.
He's so nice. He's just like, you can pick the name, bro. It's okay.
Well, he aims to please.
I love him.
So this is the bar.
Also,
and-
just as a side, I'm looking at pictures of him right now, and I love how every single time he has a different face paint. Like every single one.
Same if you look up Jeff Hardy, he would do his own face paint every night differently.
Oh,
We love it.
stellar.
A lot of it comes from Sting, who was a big wrestler in the 90s, and Sting would do his own face paint before eventually landing on he was like the Crow, and he would have like the Crow's kind of face
A few of these are giving. A few of these are giving a golden version of Darth Maul.
paint. Yeah.
A little bit.
Anyway,
I dig it.
obviously Gold Buzz prevail against the bar. And
Buzz Dust.
Buzz Dust.
Sorry, obviously, I aim to please. Obviously, Buzz Dust prevail. What a return to Raw. All of a sudden, the lights go out. When they come on, Bray Wyatt is standing in the ring, and he's not alone. A figure in a blue boiler suit and white sheet mask stand beside him. Bray raises his arms and they attack. Goldust is thrown out of the ring, and Buzz can't compete 2-on-1. Just as Bray is about to hit us with Sister Abigail, Finn Balor runs the ring. He chases them boys off. Next week, Bray Wyatt cuts a promo with the strange figure. I welcomed you back last week because I missed you, Buzz. I really did. We had become so close before your unfortunate injuries took you away from me. So I eagerly awaited your return while you convalesced. But it was during that time I met a man, lucky for some, who were once a host of your parasitic behavior. I thought that would make you laugh. Who was once a host of your parasitic behavior. Cut that.
Bray Wyatt is too compelling for the
Yes.
jokes.
You traveled.
I'm just enjoying Bray Wyatt too much.
Yeah.
We traveled up and down the road together. But when it came time to emerge from the underground, you left his carcass for the vultures. He was no use to you anymore, but he is great use to me. You see, in our last encounter, you destroyed something important to me. And now I will destroy something important to you.
Please tell me
This
that
is
is
your
CJ.
This is your doing, Buzz. You left him for the vultures, remember? I'm simply doing what comes naturally, swooping down and consuming the flesh that you left exposed. Bray pulls off the mask to reveal
CQ.
a dead-eyed Cole Quinn.
Yeah!
No.
Yeah!
Complete with depression beard, he stares blankly at the ground. It's more like a 5 o'clock shadow. You know what I mean?
We love a bit of depression, beard.
Buzz storms the ring to attack Wyatt, but Cole punches us with his hand. He's kicking us there, but he does punch us with his hand.
He's possessed us. with his hand. Where else would he punch with?
I'm just taking cues from your Yakuza. This is us he's about to hit the Sister Abigail on us. And again, Finn Balor arrives to save the day. Here he comes in his little tighty shorts. Get out of here, he goes.
Why is Bray Wyatt scared of Finn Balor?
He's beaten him before, and maybe he just thinks 2-on-2. It's
the Demon King.
It's just a thing. If a guy arrives really hot running out to the ring, it generally scarpers. If there's only a couple of people there, they generally run. Kurt Angle appears to do what a GM does. At Survivor Series, it's time to finish this, but we need to make sure there's no interference. Pop him in a steel cage.
In the cage with Wyatt.
Are there ever times, you said that you can escape the cage. Are there ever any times where people will come running on and climb into the cage?
Not often climb in, but there is a door to the cage with a bolt on it, and sometimes people will come in and like cut the bolt and rip the door off. Yeah. So at Survivor Series, the cage is lowered, and Bray and Buzz go to war. They fight in.
He's doing the cock barrage.
I think he's actually receiving a powerbomb, but you could reverse the cock barrage into a powerbomb, I think. Yeah.
You could. And that's what happens, and that is canon, listeners.
Well, I've written it down here. They fight in fascinating and strange ways. Buzz attempts to hit the cock barrage, but is countered into a powerbomb by Bray Wyatt. Eventually, Buzz weakens Bray and pins him, but before the ref can count to 3, the lights go out. When they come on, Cole Quinn is teleported into the cage and breaks up the pinfall.
No!
He repeatedly starts punching Buzz in the face. A pair of eyes flash on screen, and the Demon King arrives at ringside.
That's a good look.
Yeah, he's got his kind of 2016's era look, guys, where it's kind of like the Venom mouth is his face. By the way, Finn Balor hates this. He used to paint himself for big matches on the independent scene. It was like just cool. He would come up with like the Joker's face paint or like Venom or something. WWE turned it into this big mystical storyline thing where like he's got this Irish demon of legend inside him.
Right.
And like it takes over him. And he's like, in an interview recently, he was like, it was never meant to be that deep. It was just like, I do cool face paint and it makes me wrestle a bit harder. But yes, anyway, he appears at ringside and he teleports Cole back out of the ring because he's magical as well. But the distraction gives Bray enough time to recover, and he hits us with Sister Abigail and pins us 1, 2, 3. It's over.
Oh, I was wanting Buzz to hit him with the Sister Abigail.
He only knows the cock barrage.
How often do wrestlers steal each other's finishing moves and use them on the...
Great question. It is considered like a bit of a heel move to do that, or a bit of a shock.
Oh, I expected it would be.
So sometimes, because in real life, your moveset is kind of precious, and if it's a big move you want to have as your finisher and somebody else has done it before, you're probably supposed to go and ask that person, like, hey, do you mind if I use your move? But if you do it in a match in storyline, yeah, it's usually a bit of a middle finger. It doesn't happen all the time because they don't want to dilute it, but it's cool when it does. But sometimes it can be in tribute. So like AJ Styles and John Cena, on John Cena's retirement tour that just happened, they had one last match together. They're great in the ring together. They've got really great chemistry. And during the match, they hit like 10 different finishers, all from people that they had wrestled throughout their careers, like to pay tribute to them.
That's great.
Yeah, it was really good. Bray has defeated us in the steel cage. On Raw, Buzz is still feeling pretty beat up. He tells Finn that it's too late. I already used up all the trainer's ice. Finn says it's become personal for him too now. Buzz can't believe that he gave it everything and still lost. Was that everything? Asks Finn. Finn Balor is great and he cuts a great promo. Holy shit, his line reads in this are like he doesn't want to be there.
Oh.
He's like, was that everything? Fast for him to know I make him Northern Irish. To beat someone like Bray, you need to go past your limits and embrace your inner demon. At least that's what worked for me. Buzz says
I can see why he wouldn't want to if that's the lines they're fucking giving him.
Buzz is willing to do whatever it takes to beat Bray and get his best friend back. He just doesn't know what it takes to reach his inner demon. A familiar voice comes behind. Oh, if it is demons that you seek, you should consider venturing with me to the multiverse again.
He's gonna become woken.
Did he say again? Asks Finn. You have been before in a different vessel, which is why it was deleted from your memory. You said you were willing to do whatever it takes, says Finn. Woken Matt Hardy laughs. Hardy explains more clearly. The 7 deities have deemed that the multiverse cannot be found on a map or in a calendar. Instead, it is all around us, all the time. Don't you remember from your last journey? On your previous visit, I believe your spirit was held in the vessel of an ostrich. Such a fantastic pheasant. Buzz misses the days where the scariest thing he had to do was dress up like the Miz. In the next scene, we stand with Matt Hardy in the multiverse.
Oh my God.
It's delightful, isn't it? Do you want to describe what
We're in the multiverse. It's stars. We're in space. Yeah. Matt Hardy has his arms wide.
We're just on a cloud in space with an armchair.
There's an armchair that looks like a throne and a tiny
exploding
table.
galaxy behind him.
And Buzz looks high.
He agrees.
Buzz looks buzzed.
So they both definitely just took drugs, right?
No, they are in the multiverse.
They're in the multiverse.
They're taking
Chase.
drugs.
No, they are in the multiverse. This is amazing, says Buzz. There is even more to see if you open your mind and look to the cosmos. You will encounter the various vessels that we have existed in. A drone flies up. It just goes... and it projects the image of a snake.
Oh.
Ah, yes. I was once a great pharaoh in Giza. Unfortunately, that vessel met its demise from the bite of the wicked asp. Next, a bear. Do you remember, Brother Buzz? You once roamed about Antarctica centuries ago. Was I some kind of explorer? No, you were a polar bear. A shark next. Let me guess, I was a shark too? No, you were eaten by a shark. How gruesome. Chase is done. I'm next, the masked man. I think it is the blade of Baron. It seems we have slipped into the current dimension. Baron's voice sounds from the ether. I'm truly happy for you. He is, Matt Hardy says, a soul most tortured, who has lived many conflicting existences. There's fear in Buzz's voice now.
Matt Hardy's my favorite character.
Yeah. I don't want to be here. Make it stop. You must face your fears to find your inner demon, Brother Buzz. Baron's distorted voice rings all around them. I'm proud of you. You're like a son to me. Make it stop! And he collapses to his knees. It's suddenly very serious. Matt says we're ready now.
It's got deep quick.
After possibly the only emotional scene in the game, we are taken to the following menu screen, where Buzz will have to choose what demon he looks like.
Oh.
There's 4 options, folks. Okay, left to right. He's wearing a polar bear face as a hood and furs. Then the second one is probably my favorite. He is a shark man. I can't describe it any better than that. He is just a shark man.
No.
Then third from the right, he is an asp. He has a
Cobra head.
And I don't care for that one. It's a little too bulky for me. And then I do like the one on the far right.
That's basically the demon. That's basically what Finn Balor looks like, but with different colors. So you could just kind of copy Finn Balor.
It's big, thick, almost like dreadlock-like tentacles coming from his head, and it's all red paint on his chest. Looks really cool.
I want him to go for the polar bear. It's the best looking one.
Our streamer again makes a solid choice and picks the bear. Matt Hardy says we are ready to delete the consumer of extraterrestrial entities. That's how he says Eater of Worlds.
I love Matt Hardy so much.
Backstage, Finn Balor runs up to us. What the hell happened? Well, I was in the multiverse with Matt Hardy looking for our demon like you suggested. Buzz, you've been gone for weeks. Welcome back, Brother Buzz. I neglected to mention that the multiverse creates rifts in the Earth's time spectrum. What felt like 30 mortal minutes was indeed many weeks, but it was well worth it in your effort to make the vile Bray Wyatt obsolete.
I love this.
What the fuck is happening?
It's time to save our boy. The Demon King and the Polar Bear guy emerge.
Surely this is our final battle.
Cole, back in the mask, follows Bray to the ring. Bray is tough. Cole shows no signs of his old self, but they can't hope to match the power of two men with inner demons and face paint. Cole is dejected in the middle of the ring after the match, holding his mask in his hands. We put a hand on his shoulder. It's over now, Cole. He never cared about you, but I do. Come with me and everything will be okay.
Then why'd you leave me in Japan?
He places the mask on Bray's body. I'm sorry, Buzz. I don't know what happened. It's okay. It's over. The men leave together. Finn holds up the Too Sweet and we fade out. Don't forget he was also leader of the Bullet Club.
Too sweet.
Next week, and Buzz is in the ring. He's done it. He's won, defeated Bray Wyatt and got his pal back. I was recently on a podcast, yuck, where they said after I unleashed my inner demon to defeat Bray Wyatt,
Which is a real sentence in this wrestling game.
we've said it on our podcast, I was the new monster among men in WWE.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
You can neither agree or disagree with that statement, but
Disagree.
it got me thinking. If I really want a nickname like that, I have to earn it, which brings me to Braun Strowman. What better way to become the new monster among men, defeat the old monster, and become Universal Champion?
Sure.
So I might be crazy, but I'm calling you out, Braun. Let's find out if I am what they say I am. The music that fills the arena isn't Braun Strowman's. It's the King of Kings. Buzz rolls his eyes. He tells Buzz, "You've gotten too full of yourself." He can admit you've had some success, but that's only because we added way too easy under Kurt Angle. For sure you've had some battles, but Kurt has been looking out for you the entire time. That all changes now, because I'm going to make personally sure on Raw that nothing is ever easy for you again. That means no more getting to pick matches, let alone title shots. You don't have that kind of authority. I do. So if you want a shot at Braun Strowman, that'll be on my terms. Tonight we'll be fighting the Bar, only this time Samoa Joe has been added to the mix. I'm so sorry, I didn't do a slide in Samoa Joe. Alongside AJ Styles, he is one of the legends of the mid-2000s, Ring of Honor, TNA, a monster in the ring. I adore Samoa Joe, he's brilliant. Buzz rails back on the mic. You tried to stop me at every turn, from the Indies to NXT to SmackDown. Now here on Raw, I'm still standing. This time will be no different. I'll overcome what you put in front of me and become Universal Champion. We obviously beat all three of them, and Braun Strowman's music hits. He's so terrifyingly tall that Braun just steps over the top rope when he comes to the ring.
Oh my God.
And this is the Universal title, which no longer exists. It was the top title in the company for a while, because I guess World title wasn't big enough, and it was bright red, and nobody liked it.
And it is the big title during this moment in this era in this game.
Yes,
yeah,
correct.
cool. Cool.
So Braun Strowman is the top guy, having holding that. We launch an attack at him, but we are.
Marry me, I'm single.
Yeah.
That's a sign in the audience for anyone listening along. We launched an attack, but are immediately lifted into the air and smacked down several times. Triple H looks on, applauding his monster. Kurt tells Buzz that he will be allowed to enter the Elimination Chamber for a shot at the title.
Ooh.
Just to give you context of where we are, the Elimination Chamber is the last pay-per-view before WrestleMania.
Is WrestleMania the biggest event of the year?
Biggest show of the year. Every year. Yeah. Everything leads up to it. So, over the following weeks, Buzz is beat down in a succession of unfair matches leading up to Elimination Chamber, as all of his former rivals from Raw take turns teeing off on us. Triple H gloats. Remember, you asked for this. Frankly, he questions your mental health. He's in the ring with Braun, mocking us. A line of security guards in body armor standing between the ring and the stage.
It's fun. Is that the Authority then?
Well, the Authority as a faction don't exist anymore, but Triple H is for all intents and purposes. So the Authority was an actual faction, which was like Triple H, Stephanie McMahon, Kane, and some other enforcers, and Seth Rollins. But yeah, this is just, he says the security's not out here to protect them, it's to protect Buzz in case he tries anything stupid. Strowman grabs the mic and says, "He's not usually a generous man, But at Elimination Chamber, he's gonna grant all your wishes. But it won't be like when John Cena grants wishes. It'll be much worse. A helmet flies into the ring and Strowman looks confused. Before one of the security guards storms the ring, it was Buzz all along. Strowman immediately spears him to the ground. But Strowman doesn't get back up? What's this? Buzz rolls out of the ring, dodging security, and runs back up the ramp, revealing he had a metal plate hidden under his clothes, knowing that Strowman would charge him, knocking himself out.
Oh, okay, Jesus. I was worried about the metal plate there.
Oh, so he just slammed his head into the metal plate.
Yeah, so
Right.
basically he knew Strowman would run at him like that, so he just put metal under his stuff.
Hysterical.
See, smart fighter.
Next Sunday at the Elimination Chamber, for the title, Buzz is locked in with Samoa Joe, with Elias, with Miz, with Bray Wyatt, and of course, with Braun Strowman.
It's like a fucking League of evil
So,
shit.
the Elimination Chamber is something that was introduced in the early 2000s. It's usually for the title. It's usually the last big title match before WrestleMania. 2 people start in the ring. 4 people are in pods. Every few minutes, a pod is unlocked at random and one superstar joins the ring.
Fun.
It's an elimination match. So pin or submission. If you're pinned, you're out. But they keep going until there's only 2 left. And
Cool.
until
Are
there's
they
only
all
one left.
fighting each other, or are they all ganging up
Yes,
on Buzz?
but you get... Yeah, in this case, it's the game. They don't. It would be genuinely tough if there were 5 of them around you. You can only reverse one attack at a time, so it would be. I think it would be impossible. But in real life, you get kind of temporary alliances forming, and yeah, it's a fun match type. Obviously, 5 men line up, 5 get dicked in the face off the top rope, and one by one they are eliminated until at last Buzz is victorious.
Yeah.
He holds up. We're not done. He holds up.
He needs to defend that title now at SummerSlam.
His very ugly Universal title held aloft, and Triple H rages outside the chamber. Buzz has earned the right to call himself the new monster among men.
Ooh.
People will be buzzing about this for years to come. Next week on Raw, Buzz arrives in a sweet new tour bus with his face on the signs.
Fun.
Buzz addresses the crowd with his new title. Take a look at this. Looks good, doesn't it? Didn't look very good for me at Elimination Chamber. Because thanks to Triple H doing everything in his power to hold me down, not only did I have to defeat Braun Strowman, I had to do it in an elimination match against 5 other superstars.
We know, we were there.
But despite all that, we do recaps here big time in WWE. I overcame the odds. So what's next? Well, Triple H's music hits.
Well, of course.
Can't catch a break.
We need the final boss.
The game emerges to a chorus of boos. I hate to admit it. What you said is true. I've done everything in my power to keep this moment from happening. And it didn't work. But I wouldn't be where I am if I didn't have a plan B, C, D, or E. See, I've done everything in my power to stop you except bringing back the most powerful force in sports entertainment. You've left me with no other choice. Plan E stands for evolution. To explain evolution, in the early 2000s, they were the most dominant faction on TV.
Oh.
Triple H
You seem exhausted by them.
Triple H was the top bad guy in the company, and he formed a group with Ric Flair, alleged sex criminal, who was one of the 2 biggest wrestlers of like the old school 70s, 80s, as like the old guy in the group, as the old wise guy in the group.
Right.
And the 2 hot young up and comers at the time, Randy Orton and Batista.
Oh, it's Batista.
That's Batista.
Ah.
And they were a very dominant faction, with Triple H being the kind of cunning leader who was clearly like using these 2 younger guys to get to the top and defend his title for him. And eventually the group imploded, came back in 2014, and here they are back again. Batista and Randy Orton flank Triple H as they walk towards the ring. Buzz stands ready to defend himself. Randy Orton hits him with the RKO, and he's out cold.
Oh.
Cut to black. Next week, Buzz is stopped by security as he tries to enter the venue. He punches them both. Hope they were getting paid more than minimum wage. He sees a limo parked in the parking lot and starts banging on the sides, assuming Triple H must be in there. From behind him, a sledgehammer comes flying through the air. He ducks as it crashes through the window. Triple H and Buzz.
That's expensive.
Yeah, Triple H and Buzz finally engage in a brutal backstage brawl.
Was Triple H just waiting for him in his wrestling gear? He is in his wrestling gear.
He's got Triple H on his ass.
He
So I'm
does
going to park that limo over there, and I'm going to hide over here with my sledgehammer.
Buzz manages to begin to get the edge over Triple H, but just then, Batista and Randy Orton emerge. This was all a setup. They throw Buzz in the back of the limo, and Triple H sets the car to drive, and it crashes itself into a tour bus at full speed. Next week, Buzz miraculously walked away from the limo accident and addresses the crowd. He's not here to make some long speech about everything Triple H has done over the past year. No, I'm only here for one thing tonight. Revenge. Evolution, you're back there, and I'm not leaving this ring until you come out and face me. Evolution's admittedly sick entrance music hits. It's also done by Motorhead. I gotta hand it to you, Buzz. You are resilient. I mean, you survived a high-speed limo crash, and the very next week you're back out here looking for a fight. But it seems all you have the guts for. But you're a bit lacking in the intelligence department. You haven't noticed? We have a 3-on-1 advantage. I think we all know from the last couple of weeks how that's gonna turn out. I am a bit stubborn, says Buzz. I'm not stupid. If anything, Triple H, you've taught me I can always do everything on my own. That's why I decided to even the playing field a bit. Finn Balor emerges from the crowd and joins Buzz in the ring. Triple H isn't impressed. 3's still bigger than 2, he says.
Get out here. Get out here, boy.
No, it's not.
Is it not?
We find out he's like long-term damage from what Bray did to him. He's recovering in hospital. AJ Styles jumps the barricade and joins the boys. Two former leaders, that big deal, the 2 former leaders of the Bullet Club join us in the ring. Now it's looking a bit more even.
Would have been cooler if it was Matt Hardy.
Evolution doesn't like the look of these odds and begin to back away. He's on the front of the game. It's
Give him all 3 demons.
Triple H makes the call. At Fastlane, oh shit, yeah, we've got another pay-per-view, sorry. At WWD Fastlane, it will be the Evolution versus the 3 of you. Even with Evolution combined, at Fastlane, it's not enough. Both former leaders of the Bullet Club start victoriously celebrating alongside our hero after we beat the 3 old-timers.
Yeah.
If that was truly Triple H's last-ditch effort to stop Buzz, what are you looking at?
Sorry, listeners. I was having a look at the screen because it's all the wrestler names at the bottom. Yeah. Batista 10, as in Batista 2010.
Yeah, they just didn't scan a new model.
So they just brought him back from the past.
They just didn't scan a new model for him, so they just updated.
I mean,
what
it's
he looked like.
We're here from the multiverse, so it's okay.
Yeah.
Space-time doesn't work anymore.
Yeah. That was it.
I'd like to get most of this game is he had a horrible head injury early on, and everything post that is just him in hospital having like a concussion vision.
We celebrate with the members of the club in the ring, finally victorious. AJ Styles kicks us in the balls.
He did a John Cena.
Lifts us over his shoulders and crashes us down over his knees. Finn Balor climbs to the top rope and crashes down both feet into Buzz's chest. The coup de grace. AJ Styles makes a gesture, reaching for the Money in the Bank contract. He's cashing in on Buzz.
Oh my God.
Buzz thought he had friends he could trust, but AJ pins him. 1, 2, 3. New Universal Champion.
Got it.
Oh my God. That's good. That's good.
Next week on Raw, AJ and Finn stand in the ring. For the last couple of days, says AJ. Oh, he's from Georgia. The last couple of days, says AJ, can't talk like this. All I've heard is, why, AJ? What you doing? Why'd you and Finn turn on Buzz? Well, it's simple. There wouldn't be no Buzz if it wasn't for me and Finn.
He's not wrong.
He wouldn't have achieved anything without us.
Correct.
When he was on SmackDown, he used me to get to the top. He didn't beat Nakamura in the Dome in Japan. He stole it from me. He didn't beat John Cena in a submission match. He used the calf crusher that he begged me to teach him. Finn takes the mic. When he came to Raw, he was lost without AJ, so he became my burden. I had to bail him out week after week, and I was the reason he found his demon. He would never have gotten past Bray Wyatt, let alone beat Braun Strowman for the Universal title if it wasn't for me. Do I get any credit? No. Then we put aside everything to help him take on Evolution, and what do we get in return? Nothing. Do you see a trend here? It's always about Buzz. He gets the spotlight and takes all the credit, gets the title shots. He was never going to give us anything, so we had to take it.
They're
Buzz,
so correct though. Like they're not wrong. Valid crash out.
Your people talk about your so-called accomplishments. You've had the fastest rise in the history of the WWE. Your biggest accomplishment is still to come. when you face me at WrestleMania and lose to the phenomenal AJ Styles. And this time there's no one to bail you out. You're all alone. The only friend he has had his brain scrambled by Bray Wyatt. He hasn't been seen since. I hardly think he'll be much help. So, they announced that they've got a special guest tonight who can attest to everything they've said about Buzz. Buzz selfishly used him to get to the top, just like he did them. So let's bring him out, ladies and gentlemen. Buzz's former mentor, Baron Blade. Blade looks dejected as he comes to the ring. The commentators say it looks like he's had a rough year.
Oh.
He lost BCW and then his house.
Oh, Jesus.
All because of Buzz, says AJ. Baron lifts the mic. That's not exactly how it went down, AJ. I was the one who attacked Buzz after his tryout match and cost him a shot at WWE. None of that stuff would have happened if I hadn't done that. You mean you don't want to talk about all the terrible things Buzz did to you? How he left your life in the shitter? Baron says he's sorry, but he can't stand there and bury his former protege. Not a day goes by where he doesn't wish he could take back his actions.
Then why are you here?
And I honestly deserve everything that's happened to me because of it. I didn't buy a plane ticket so I didn't buy you a plane ticket so you could come out here and tell everyone how great Buzz is. That isn't the deal we had. If I told you how I really... Fuck's sake, these accents. That's why it's taking so long. If I told you... Does he speak?
Barry Wheeler.
Barry Wheeler. If I told you how I really felt, I would never have got the opportunity to speak the truth. But you and Finn Balor did to Buzz was worse than anything I did. At least I had good intentions. I just want to say I couldn't be prouder of everything he's done. I can't wait to see him beat you at WrestleMania and take back his Universal title. Yeah. The crowd cheer. Boo. And as he goes to leave, the two men strike. AJ rolls him up in the calf crusher, damn near breaking his leg as Finn cheers on.
Yeah, get him.
Fuck
him.
Buzz charges down to the ramp, and the two treacherous twats scarper. See what I mean? He faces down Baron. Baron holds out his hand, needing help. After a year of resentment and pain flashes across Buzz's pixely face. He looks down and takes Baron's hand, helping him up and out of the ring.
Are they gonna have a big cock handshake?
Next week, AJ calls out Triple H to the ring. AJ says he has a gift for him. They apologize for all the recent actions going against him and all that, and say they've got a gift to make up for it. It's a referee shirt. Finn says, don't worry, we even cut off the sleeves for you, boss, so you can show off your guns.
Oh, God, couple of worms.
Would you like to be the special guest referee at WrestleMania? The three men, too sweet in the ring, and Buzz's music hits. He acknowledges things look pretty bad for him right now. Like, he's got no chance, right? Finn Balor on the outside and Triple H on the inside. Lucky for some. That's where you're wrong. Because at WrestleMania, he won't be on his own. He's going to have someone in his corner to even the odds, to watch his back. And that person is his dad, Baron Blade. I mean, that figuratively, not.
Oh, ugly suit. Green suit.
Corey
ugly
Graves
suit.
wonders if Buzz could even really trust Blade to have his back. Backstage at the biggest show of the year, Blade is in a swanky new green suit. He asks Buzz, what did I tell you before your WWE tryout? Buzz stops. All that matters, the ring is the same size. Exactly. You remembered. Thank you for everything, Baron says, for letting me back in your life. Before the match, Daniel Bryan and... there they are. They do the handshake.
Hey, there's the cock handshake. Yep.
Daniel Bryan and Kurt Angle are there to wish us good luck. Bryan beat the odds at WrestleMania 4 years ago. Kurt says you even managed to top his rookie year. That's saying a lot. Tonight, you're ready. Finally, we confront the game.
Oh, that's a terrible look with the sleeves ripped off. It's Triple H in the ref outfit, everyone. It's awful.
Any chance you're going to call a fair match tonight? He stares us down and walks away. We step out in front of a sold-out New Orleans crowd. There we go. So we're fighting him in the title. Finn attempts to distract us, but somehow Baron takes him out.
Yeah.
We're not sure how that happens. We fight a brutal war against AJ, and when the moment comes, Triple H counts deathly slowly, but his hand does come down. 1, 2, 3. Baron rushes the ring and hugs our hero. And with a begrudging respect, Triple H hands us the title. We face off one more time and shake his hand. Confetti rains down from the sky as we fade to credits.
I don't believe you.
That's it.
Wait, do we not fight
What?
Triple H at the end?
Nah, that's it.
That really felt like we were building up to
That's it.
a Triple H match.
20 minutes ago, I said we had a half hour left, and you went, no, an hour.
Yeah.
Was that 20 minutes ago?
That was about 20 minutes.
That's a rap. What can I say? It's a rapid. That was it. Tell me what you thought.
This feels like all of our many conversations about wrestling over the years condensed into God knows how long this is going to end up being. And I really enjoyed it. It was really good. Yeah.
Stellar. I'm going to go home, watch some wrestling.
You're going to be disappointed.
Don't know whether I'll get. Well, I'll go on YouTube, watch highlight reels.
Super Eye Patch Wolf who?
Yes, that is a good start.
This is how a storyline should be, though.
Our baby Buzz, Buzz does it.
I hate that Buzz won because the others were right. They were right.
I hate that it didn't
Buzz is
end
the
with-
villain.
I think it should have ended with like proper cheese of like Cole's here as part of our threesome
Agreed.
and
Cole should have come back.
and a
Agreed.
final fight with Triple H. And,
Buzz
yeah.
is the villain.
Triple H has been the final fight in so many games.
Oh,
though.
has he?
Oh, yeah, because he's always the authority bad guy, so he's off in the final fight. So I think they just wanted to do it differently. Like, maybe we can win him round with respect.
Yeah. But this is what I hoped it would be, which was you effectively finding an excuse to dump some wrestling lore on us. And I had a really fun time.
That was great.
Yeah.
Good.
Well done.
Happy April Fools, everyone.
There were no fools here.
We'll see you back here soon. And should we play a little tease for what comes next?
It's a little tease for what comes next. What did you think of that tease?
Yep, here we go again.
Let's finish this.
Oh!
Let's finish this.
Our final Yakuza episode?
Oh, I'm teased to the max.
No.
See you next time, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.